Sup, nerds? Welcome to the Omni4Game podcast. I'm Sean, and I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always. This is episode 19.
All right, hey guys, today Omni4Game podcast, our recap is our locals recap as always. Then we go over and look at every card in the new advanced deck about to release in March. Our next topic is we talk about things we're surprised this card game hasn't seen yet. Then we go over some Event Pack 6 leaks and why are they kind of bad. Then we talk about those crazy Oceanic top 16. We then look through this week's reveals, so everything released since last week's. And then, of course, we hit the comment question. So again, if you guys want your question answered, make sure you leave it in the comments and we'll get to it. And as always, make sure you guys stick around for more content just like this.
All right, locals recap. Chris, you did worst, I think, so you go first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Get it out of the way. Let's hear it.
I gotta cover my shame. So I played Belfi Leviamon this week. I did extremely poor. Yeah, I did extremely poorly. I did not practice the deck beforehand because I'm a nub. I consistently forget that the simulator is a thing, and I could just go on there and play test. It's just honestly, it's working overnight thing. Like I get home from work, I'm exhausted, have to go to bed, sleep all day, and then I wake up like an hour and a half before work, and it's just like I can't play any right now, so I just don't. Even though I literally have someone in the house that I could play test with. But at the same time, it's like, do I really just want to get OTK'd by Gabumon every other match? Like, that's not fun.
I got two other OTK decks. I got Red Hybrid and Red Galuga.
I mean, you play enough removal where I don't think he's OTKing you most of the time.
Yeah, so I do. I play 6 in my deck. It starts with me getting the bye. So that's a great way to start off. But AJ was really cool. Like that might be the best match I had all night. AJ is he used to play Digimon. He plays like One Piece and like Lorcana and Yu-Gi-Oh and all this other crazy card games. I don't know how he has the money for it, but he does. So he was cool
really
enough.
Market.
Yeah, so he was really cool to play me round 1. He borrowed Brandon's Lugamon deck, and that deck is just like kind of a really bad matchup.
I told him to play Red Hybrid. He had two choices, Red Hybrid or Luga. And I was like, pick Red Hybrid. And he's like, no, I was like, dude, okay.
So, you know, I actually got to play against that, and that's probably like the best I did all night. The problem is the deck's just too slow, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to find a different engine. I wasn't really happy with it. I didn't feel like I was cycling through my pieces enough. Like, there were so many games where I just didn't see Rage Mode or Leviamon. Like, or I wouldn't see Sleep Mode, which sometimes isn't bad because I'll just hard Digivolve into the Rage Mode or Leviamon if I have to, and just be like, okay, answer this, or, you know, I'm just going to put in damage. So, I don't know, I just feel like I just wasn't going through my deck fast enough. So round 1, I got the bye. AJ was kind enough to play against me with a very bad matchup. Round 2 is where it all started to go absolutely downhill for me because I was playing against Will in his Dava's deck, which that deck is so weird. It's
you can
so
say it,
weird.
It's bad.
I can't say that. I literally lost, but because of...
I mean, did you though?
Okay.
I lost to myself. So hold on.
Thank you. Yes, that's what you beat yourself.
Sean is going to upload these videos, and guys, I'm going to have to just block those out. I'm not going to be able to watch them. I'm going to literally report spam his videos of these uploads because there aren't many times where... Okay, see, my brain works the way it is. I know how cards work, but I play so many different decks. That I just, like, have a general idea. I don't pay attention to them most of the time word for word, and most of the time... I just trust my opponent to know their stuff. Like, I'm trying to focus on my own cards. Like, I need to make sure I'm focusing on my own card effects. So he was playing analog,
let alone my opponent's deck.
Everyone's gonna see where this is coming. He's playing Analog Youth, okay, in the David deck. Okay, so in my head, oh, level 5 gets popped, he gets to trigger it. I'm completely forgetting about the source part because most of the time that just doesn't ever come up. The couple of times like I'll play against Brandon when he's playing his Lugamon deck, or like Ben when he's playing it, they're smart players. They know, hey, I have to have a source underneath the trigger, so I trust them to do it. Now Will, I can't. I can't trust him. I have to. So every time
it's even worse. Real quick, small tangent. It's even worse because just last week when I played against him playing Luga, he tried to do the same thing with Hell Luger. He hard played the Hell Luger from hand and then tried to analog to, analog. And I was like, nah, you gotta have sources under it, bud. So then he comes in the next week and does the same misplay.
Right. So there were like so many. There was literal moments where my Belfie my rage mode would pop three of his mons, and he just 3 analogs and would gain 3, and I'm at 0 memory. So there was like so like it, and then halfway through, and somehow I still won a match off that, or a game off that. So game 2, someone, I can't remember, was it you, Brand, who came by and was like, you can't activate that, and I'm like, wait a second. Was it you, Sean? Someone came by and said something.
I think it might have actually been AJ.
It was AJ.
Because I was focused on my match, or I would have told you in game 1.
Yeah, because AJ even roasted you and was like, dang, that card was printed and you still...
AJ, who hasn't played our card game in months, he walked over and he's like, hey, you can't do that.
He stopped playing when Analog came out, so it's like one of the last few cards I think he really remembers.
We still watch his gameplay, he said.
Yeah. So... yeah, AJ points that out, and I'm like, hold on, are you serious? And I pick up the card, and I reread it, and I'm like, oh my god. Put me in a complete tailspin. Now I'm done the rest of the night. I'm so frustrated with myself at this point. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to hear about it, because of course Sean decides I'm going to bring a second phone. He wants to do a deck spotlight, and I've been playing like absolute garbage, and everyone's going to roast me in the comments, and I'm going to, oh no, I stopped playing.
If you weren't being recorded, would it have been that bad, or would you just gotten over it immediately?
No, it still would have been bad because I get mad at myself. Like I'm not mad at Will. I get mad at myself, and then it's just like it's a tailspin from there.
Don't worry, I get mad at you too.
So at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm done for the night. Like I don't even want to play anymore. I'm like, I'm so frustrated. I should know this card's effect. I shouldn't even be in this situation.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah.
I should have 2-0'd him. I should have won game 1 because there were so many instances where I was like, I have no memory to play, and he's just doing his stuff, and I'm just like, okay, this sucks. Because then then AJ said that, and I'm looking back at game 1, I'm like, oh my god, I should have won that, and then I end up winning game 2. So I'm literally playing against him and myself, and I'm handicapped. So then I end up losing game 3 because of course I get P-stuck, and he just Feng Longs on me and whatever, and it was dumb. We end up going into we tied. I don't even lose. We tied. We end up going into time. Yeah. So I end up 1-1-1 in that game. At that point, I'm pissed. I'm like done. Round 2, I end up playing against Hunters.
Round 3.
Round 3. I'm sorry. Round 3, I end up playing against Hunters. That one was all right. He was just a little bit faster than me. Like I said, I just feel like I wasn't going through my deck fast enough. Like if I Belfie him, he just saves most of his pieces, under his tamers, and there's no real tamer removal. And then their Hunters, they don't play any Digimon really by effects. They're all on play stuff, so it's like I couldn't trigger Biting Crush. Mm-hmm. Like I could force him to with like the Dragomon and stuff like that to play the Leviathan. But even then, it was just like it was never really enough. Like once he got a Restromon out on the board, and he was doing, yeah, it was like the Shoutmon plus the Restromon. It was just too fast. So I think I ended up losing that one 2-1. And again, I'm in a tailspin. I'm making so many mistakes. I'm forgetting the Leviathan's all turns deletion effect. Like I'm only triggering it when I bring it out. So it was just a whole mess. Round 4, I end up playing against Caleb and Kentarosmon. Game 1 is okay. I end up winning that. And then game 2, he plays the new how do you pronounce it, Sean?
The one that you use.
Matamamon is how I've been saying it. I don't know if that's right, but
So the new level 6 where it was like all your yellow Digimon gain barrier.
Mm-hmm.
The Mitagon, whatever. He got himself all the way down to like super small security, of course, because that's what yellow barrier does. And then my Digimon just can't attack because they all have -2 security. So I have to go bite and crush it. Okay, but that's passing my turn. I have to gift of darkness it. That's passing my turn. Guess what he does? Kentaro spawns me, and then he rebuilds it, and then and it was just like a snowball. So okay, I ended up losing game 2. Game 3, I literally opened my hand. I'm like, I can't play this. It's unplayable. It's all rage modes and like a level 3. I'm like, okay, mulligan, boom. My hand's worse.
Oof.
Can't. Yeah. What?
You opened a level 3 and mulliganed your hand.
It was a level 3, 3 rage modes, and a mat.
Playable.
I think.
I
Yeah.
think I would consider keeping that because your level.
Really?
Which level 3 was it? Was it one that lets you draw one, trash one?
No, it was the Fascomon, the on deletion one.
Yeah, put it in the raising and then play Matt. And the next turn, you're good to go.
So, anyways, I mulliganed that hand, and then it got worse. Instead of 3 rage modes, I saw 2. It's like, okay, not too bad. And it was a level 5 and a level 5. So, like, it was just kind of unplayable. I tried to fight through it, but once I even established, like, I hard Digivolve into the rage mode, and then he just Kentaro spawns it because, you know.
And
that's
lost
exactly
Toro's tribal, dude. You should be embarrassed.
Yeah, so
I haven't watched any of your matches yet. I can't wait.
At this point, I'm like, oh my, I can't ever pick up this deck and play it again. I can't. I disrespected it.
The commentary Sean's gonna have to put over is, and this is a misplay. You probably should have done this.
Yeah.
I don't agree with this play, but you probably should have done this.
Oh man.
Sean's gonna be sitting there eating from his Dune 2 popcorn bucket. So if you guys have seen the meme, you'll get it. Yeah, so I had a terrible time. I was so sad and depressed. I should have just played Leomon. At least then I would have understood why I was like losing.
Yeah,
I had so much
you would have
hope.
accepted your defeat.
Yeah, okay. After the Oceania results, I'd have expected to win.
Yeah,
I guess so.
So let's go. Who's next? Because Brand's gonna take half an hour because he did well this week.
Don't even start with me.
I'll go next. I played Grace Nova this week. I had a fun time. I played against Melga round 1. Duckied on Brandon game 1.
Apollo put in work.
Yeah, Apollo is really good in that
That's a good
matchup
card.
because if he promotes and doesn't OTK me, I just go into Apollo and blow up his stack.
For free.
Yeah, for the freeze. And
For free.
While also clearing all my security.
Yeah. And I won game 1 pretty easily. Game 2, I was 1 card away from being able to Grace Novamon him on my last turn to have Grace Nova as a blocker. Sadly, I didn't have that, so I hard evoed into Grace Nova while it was suspended. So if he didn't kill me when he promoted, he wouldn't be able to out my stack, and I could just kill him because I'd already cleared out his security. He ended up OTKing me. And then game 3, I actually evoed in. I think I hard evoed into Grace Nova again the turn before he promoted his second stack. Or was it your first stack?
I think it was. I think I hard played something, and you might have killed that. I can't remember. I just remember game 3 was the only time during the night I realistically used my spicy tech card.
Yeah. Game 3, I had a standing Grace Nova with at least 1 or 2 layers of protection, I think. I didn't DNA into it, I just hard evoed into it. I gave him 6 memory, but he had like 3 wisdoms and like a purple memory boost on his field, so he had access to like 1 million memory anyway.
1 million memory, yeah.
And he already had a level 5 in raising, so it didn't really matter how much memory I gave him. And I was going to be able to block him once, but he promoted and then activated a high-speed plug-in, so I couldn't block him. He had jamming, and I pretty much knew the game was over there because like he's going to see all of his cards while he attacks because that deck draws like crazy. So Brandon ended up stealing games 2 and 3 from me. Round 2, I played against Kintorosmon Tribal.
How did you do?
Yeah, I blessed Caleb. I Grace Nova'd him repeatedly. I think I Grace Nova'd him 3 times with 1 stack. He just kept promoting dudes, activating Odin's Breath, and I was like, cool, I'm just going to nuke everything on your field and just make you run out of Odin's Breath. I'm going to kill you eventually.
You will eventually accept his death.
Yeah, and
I think that's my favorite part of the Grace Nova deck.
It's so fun, dude. You just have the red tamer
level,
out, and you're like, hey, man, I'm just going to do it again. Grace Nova, boom.
The Palamon and Dianamon, they're like, we have answers for everything. We're either going to blow you up and do damage, or we're going to stun your whole board. Like, it's one or the two.
The deck has access to some pretty sick tools. Like, I was really enjoying, like, some of the things I could do last night.
I really wish we could just find a way to give Grace Nova, like, reboot.
Yeah, that's the one thing the deck's missing is reboot on Grace Nova. I think that was a mistake.
Me and Chris were talking about this on the way home. That's what makes Alter S really good. Is it has sticking power, but it also has interactions during both players' turns. Like, you have the blocker, but you can also swing with it and block.
Yeah, and the level 6s have inheritables, which I'm surprised that Diana and Apollo don't, considering it's a level 7 DNA deck.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird. I think maybe they were too afraid it would have been too strong because
something simple like
but don't give me
DP.
Don't get me wrong though, but don't do the Alter B deck. They don't. It doesn't have as much searching, does it?
You only realistically search for the level 3s.
It doesn't. Well,
because they made the level 4s so good. I mean, you gotta be honest, John. The level 4s are like the best part of the deck.
Honestly, yeah, I think the Grace Nova deck has access to more search and draw power. Because like I had 75% of my deck in my hand by like turn 3 most games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my hand was a fat stack of cards after like turn 3 or turn
Mirage
4.
Galgamon.
Yeah, right, oh my god, dude, you just blown out by Mirage. Yeah, I 2-0'd Kintorosmon Tribal. That deck sucks. That was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Round 3, I played against Beals. Game 1 took like 35 minutes or something crazy like that. Ended up winning. Game 2, he had me on the back foot the entire game to where I never even swung into security. I was just stun locking his board with Diana's and the level 5 blue one. And I was trying to deck him out. Yeah, I was trying to deck him out because I didn't really have like a win condition at that point because I didn't want to swing into security and like die to options. Yeah. And I was going to run him out of cards because he kept evoing. And
this boy had 2 cards in hand and no cards in deck, and he's like, I can't. He had like 2 Beelzebubs in his hand. He's like, I can't do anything. And I'm like, yeah,
I kept stunning his board, and he kept evoing on his turn, activating Iron Mako to top deck a card, so I didn't deck him out the next turn. But I would stun him again, and he kept having to do it, and I was just gonna run him out of cards. Eventually, he just was gonna run out of cards to top deck to do that. But we ended up going into turns, and I stun locked him again to where he couldn't kill me on his last turn. And on my last turn, I had a shot at beating him. I just had to dodge removal. I almost killed him through 5 security.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
But I checked a Death Slinger, so I couldn't kill him. But it didn't matter.
Check too.
Yeah, as long as I didn't lose that game, I was going to win the match because I won game 1. But I was trying to kill him to get a 2-0, but I ended up taking that.
Yeah, extra tiebreakers.
Yeah, and then round 4, I played against Security Control, who was undefeated at that point, I believe. I mean, it still counts. I was a little upset with myself because I literally lost to myself game 1 because I mindlessly did my normal plays, and I ended up you search and draw so many cards just doing the normal stuff that I had like by the time I realized that I had like 15-ish cards left in deck, and I knew I couldn't combo up into a Grace Nova again or attempt to combo into Grace Nova, or I would just deck myself out. So I had to like kind of slow play the rest of the game, which I probably just should have scooped and gone to game 2. immediately once I realized. But I tried to like grind it out, which I think I got kind of close, but ended up decking myself out. And then game 2, I knew from the get-go I couldn't do that, so I was playing way differently, and I was definitely not decking out that game. I ended up grinding him out of resources and putting him to where he was literally top decking cards with 0 security, but he kept top decking Magna Angemons and hard playing them to recover 1. And we went into turns, and I wasn't able to kill him on my final turn because he top decked another Magna Angemon and recovered 1 and only had 2 bodies.
And the worst part is...
He had 4 Kari Kamiyas out, and I was only set to 3, so like when I swung, it was going to pass my turn.
The worst part is that final security, too, was a Flame Scythe.
So it would have just...
another Magna.
He just would have recovered again, yeah. So I literally lost him myself. That's actually the first time I've lost a security control in like 6 months. But it was entirely my fault. I just potatoed game 1. Because if we don't go into turns, game 2, I win that easily. Because I still had like 5 security. Like, I was winning that game for sure. I had like 30 cards left in deck. He wasn't decking me out. So I went 2-2 and came in whatever place. I don't know.
That's like a perfect record for Grace Nova. It's not like...
I blame myself for not winning more. I should have won versus security control. That was entirely my fault.
Like the deck's not like crazy good, but it's just middle tier. So it's like 2-2.
Dude, some of the stuff you have at like the blue stuff is insane. Hey, that can't suspend.
Yup.
Yeah, sorry.
What do you mean?
Just wait till BT 15 Melago where I get that same ability, but I can target Tamers too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's pretty great. I also found out that you can use the training cards to Evo with your warp effect. That's pretty cool.
Did I not tell you that?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
That was news to me.
It was news to me when I found that out too.
Yeah, so I guess BT 14 War Greymon is slightly better than we give it credit for. Only Dismitch.
You still have to
Still
put it
bad
in your
card.
deck to do that, which I don't agree with.
The best card in the game can't get any better, Brandon.
Oof. My matchups, the first one we already went through. It was against Sean, Grace Nova, got it 2-1, OTK'd him.
Sacked me.
I think stole the games from him. I think that was the only match where the blue plugin actually came in handy, because I know your deck plays a lot of big bodies, so just being able to give myself jamming was very important.
Yeah, what's funny is game 3, after you had swung through all my security, we found out it didn't matter because you wouldn't have died to any of the checks, and you had 1 layer of battle protection and like infinite swings. So even if I blocked you with my Grace Nova the one time, you still would have killed me.
Yeah, but it's nice to have a security blanket.
Yeah, it just made it to where I knew for sure you were killing me. There was no hope.
My favorite part watching y'all play was Brandon swing so many times and then him literally drawing 20 cards, and I go, this seems very fair and balanced. You know, they wouldn't have to limit those cards if they would have just slapped I don't know, 2 words on there or 3
words.
Once per turn. Hey, boom, it's fixed. Why didn't they do that? Why is Garu, but like, isn't this like the 3rd or 4th Garu card that just doesn't say once per turn?
The original promo blue one.
It's the old cards that are once per turn.
Yeah. The original promo Garu is not a once per turn natural draw, but you just have to have Garu in name, which of course, duh. That's how all of them should be. It should be with Garu in name, you get to draw. That would make it way more balanced. But that card was printed before archetypes were really solidly established.
Mm-hmm.
Starter deck 6, Garu and Gabu were both not once per turn, and that was the mistake. That is why Starter deck 6 Gabu is at 1.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Because we swing 8 times in a turn.
Because they slapped purple on it and said, "Hey, you're going to also trash cards." And guess what they don't want players to do? Run out of hands.
Yep.
Okay, so what? If you want your whole thing to be discarding cards...
All right, Chris.
Then don't draw a million cards.
Look at me.
I can't.
We're not doing this.
I can't help it.
We get it. Purple bad.
No,
bad,
it's
purple.
not.
Purple bad.
Okay,
bad dog.
But I'm saying just slap once per turn on it.
Yeah,
That's all you
no, they
gotta
did.
do.
Those cards
Going
are all too
forward-
old. That's why they don't have
Yeah.
once per turn.
Going forward, every other new card has once per turn. Starter deck 16, both of them are once per turn. The only card that's not once per turn in the new starter deck is the Sunamon. And that's your only way of keeping 6 or more cards in hand.
Yeah, and it's got a restriction on whether or not you can draw.
Yes. Yeah, so steal the game from Sean. Next match was Beelzemon. I felt really bad for him because opening turn, he evoed in the raising, gave me 3 memory with purple mem boost. I put Gabu in raising, double purple mem boost. He then did some Bial shenanigans, evoed into a level 4, like played double Iron Mako. So he sets me to 3. So I have 3 memory and 2 purple mem boosts. I proceeded to promote an OTKM that turn. I just went absolute full wombo. I'm talking Gabu, Gabu X. Well, Gabu gain a memory, Gabu X, Garu, just all the way. Climbed all the way and just OTK'd him through all 5 security. AJ walked by and was like, that was filthy. So that was probably a highlight right
That's why
there.
half your deck's going to 1 in a week.
That is a reason this deck is being hit. Game 2 was a little closer. Like, I didn't see full WOMs, and he was getting much closer to seeing full WOMs. Like, he had all 4 Iron Mako on the board, and that is really scary. But I did get really lucky in both games, not hitting a single piece of removal in security. So that was very nice, and I was able to OTK like maybe 5-6 turns into the game. It might have been later than that, but I did have to go into like 1 poverty stack, bounce some stuff back, and then slowly pick at him. Game 3 or match 3, I did the same thing Sean did. I kind of lost to myself against security control. Game 1, I decked myself out because my deck is inherently very fast and very like quick to draw cards, just like Grace Nova. The problem is sometimes you can't help it. My cheapest card to play that I want to like keep putting bodies on the board is the 4-cost starter deck 6 Garu, and if I put anything on top of him, it's a mandatory draw 1 trash 1. So anytime I'm swinging, I was constantly being forced to draw 1 trash 1. So that was a situation where I wish it would have been once per turn, because I decked myself out like instantly. It was crazy. So I ended up scooping like at like maybe 10 cards left in deck because I knew the game was taking too long, and I was like, I've lost. Mm-hmm. I need to just get to the next game. So game 2, I had it like so close. I was 1 security away from killing him, but the problem was I had bot decked my Blitz Omni like relatively early in the game. It was like my 2nd or 3rd search through a Mem Boost or something like that, and I had to see it because that is one of the only cards in my deck that has protection from card effects. Not that me and Sean know. Feels bad. So every time I had a good stack, he would just out it. Like Omni X came in really, really clutch that matchup, being able to like snipe out Chaos Degradation and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But him seeing the Gallantmon, I believe it's the Royal Knight Gallantmon, and just basically being able to pop my Omnimon because it's 1300 DP or more.
I didn't realize I was playing that.
Yeah, I found that out.
One.
Okay, I was like, it must be a one-of because I've like never seen him play it against me or checked it in security. Oh no,
I wasn't expecting it either.
I died to that. Really... I swung with a 13,000 DP level 5 game.
Yeah,
game 2 maybe, and I died to the Gallantmon in security, and I was like,
yeah.
I had Grace. Remember last week when I was telling you guys I'd explain effects to him over and over again? Grace Nova was on the board, and he tried to kill it, and I was like, okay, and he's like, how many more times can you do that? I said, 2 more. And he went into it, and then he's like, okay, kill it, and I did it again. He's like, how'd you do that? That was another one of those interactions. I don't know what you want me to do. What more do you want me to do?
Put another one. A counter, like a little physical thing for him to hold. Like a little bingo punch card.
Oh, I forgot to mention something funny about my game 2 with him. I hard played a Mega I think it was Apollo. I hard played Apollomon.
Yep.
Oh my
Gave
god.
him like 10 memory. I was like, here you go. He played a Death X, and I was like, cool. Evo into Grace Nova, blow it up. He
Yep.
played another Death X, de-evoed my Grace Nova. I evoed into a second Grace Nova, blew up the Death X. And then he played a third Death X, de-evoed my Grace Nova, and then I evoed in my third Grace Nova and blew it up.
Nice.
Now we're gonna talk about the Venusmon.
Oh yeah, he hard played a Venusmon at one point, and I still had my Apollomon out, and I swung with a rookie. I swung with a rookie, checked his security, and then Apollomon blew up his Venusmon.
He
Yep.
was very confused.
He was like,
"Oh,
how'd that happen? And I was like, this happened game 1.
yeah."
I did the same thing to you game 1.
Yeah, I ended up losing game 2 as well. It was really close, but you know, I was watching his resources so closely because that is something you have to do with that deck. Like I was constantly asking how many cards in hand, how much do you have left, how much gas does he have. But man, dude, it's the luck of the draw because he was just like top deck, Magna, top deck, Magna, top deck, Holy Flame, and I'm just sitting here like, brother, this guy stinks. I was just, but it happens, you know. I should have had game 2, but it just wasn't meant to be. Nothing I could have really done in that situation, so I lost that one 2-0. And then my fourth and final round was against Eosmon. Do I need to say anything?
No.
2-0.
Was Mel still excited about that deck after you won?
Yes. Yeah. Incredibly.
I don't know, Sean. If he stuns the Grace Nova Tamers, I just don't think that deck can operate. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay. I was like, you Evo into Dianamon, and it stuns their entire board.
You don't think... Hold on. You don't... But it's such a good effect. I play my Eosmon, and then we both get to play a Tamer. It's so good.
So good.
So
good.
Thank you for letting me play it. My Tamer for free lit.
I loved every time I played one of my mats, Mel would remind me like, hey, that thing can't unsuspend if you suspend it. And I said, all right, cool. Didn't proceed to suspend it until the turn I killed him. Like,
I actually was really
Didn't matter.
hoping... I was actually really hoping to run into that because I just wanted to see how the deck worked.
okay, Chris,
the
I
neat
want you
part.
to know, you would have
doesn't.
had a glorious time against that deck because the whole point is play EOS through effects.
Yeah. Their
Yeah,
entire
I
deck
know.
plays Digimon through effects. They're playing
Doesn't
like
even,
saying.
they're playing like
fighting
20
let's
cards
go.
that play by effect.
I'd have been like Rage Mode. Yay, he's eating.
Oh yeah, it would nuke their entire board of Eosmons.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was an
I'd have found a
interesting
way
deck.
to. I'd have found a way to fumble it.
Yeah,
Don't
you
worry.
definitely would have punted that somehow.
You'd have been like, oh, that's being played through card effect? Ah, my deck can't counter that.
I just have to play
Only I
big
could read
dumb.
these cards I have.
I have to play big dumb dinosaur and just ignore their stuff.
Big dumb machine.
Yeah,
Who's a
Big
dinosaur?
dumb cyborg.
Machine Dramon.
Oh,
A big dumb
He's
robot dinosaur.
I guess.
Robot dinosaur.
He's fully robot. I wouldn't call him a dinosaur. Okay.
Yeah, just like how Luchasaurus is a human, huh, Brand?
Luchasaurus is a dinosaur.
Okay.
It's a wrestling thing, Sean. Don't worry about it.
We should just do that, Brand. We should just randomly say wrestling innuendos and just confuse Sean.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Well, you just made the list, so.
Well, some people like to think I wear shoes of a champion.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I always love the Terramon and Lotmon cards. They're always like so cute. Such good art.
Very adorbs.
All right, so Alliance Double Typhoon, is that what his deck's called?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, weird name. Gonna review these cards. Starting off with the Tama Gummymon. When attacking once per turn, if you have a green tamer, draw one.
Very
I
good.
mean,
Just a natural draw one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what's the Tama that Ben would play when he was playing Alliance.
Kokomon. It's definitely the best
Koko.
Tama for this deck. That card is not as good as Kokomon.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, so Kokomon's the better one.
Yeah,
Because Kokomon came in what, EX4?
I think so.
What's
Yeah,
Coco?
'cause
What's it do?
When you suspend one of your Digimon through your effects, you draw one.
Okay, yeah, that's just better. Less restrictions.
Yeah, it's also once per turn, but
okay.
yeah, you're always going to trigger it when you alliance.
Right. Like, I mean, I know Alliance is very tamer reliant too, because of some of the cards it plays.
That's changing.
But yeah,
with some of the new support.
Yeah. Agreed. So Kokomon's definitely better. Okay.
Yeah.
But hey, if they're going to play a 5th Tama because of how much they hatch, this is a good option.
Yeah, they definitely could run this as their 5th Tama, which Ben was playing a 5th Tama. He ended up playing one that was pretty mid. So yeah, it would just this would replace your 5th Tama for sure.
He hatched the little burger dude in one game, and he was like, "Ah."
Yeah, it's like
so upset.
It's like plus 2,000 DP if you're suspended or something like that. Like it's just not as good.
He was so upset.
Terriermon. Evo's on top of Gummymon for 0. So if we have other non-green Gummymons, you can play this Terriermon in that deck, I guess.
Okay.
Main, once per turn, you may play 1 green Tamer card or 1 level 3 Digimon card with Lopmon in its name from your hand with the play cost reduced by 2.
Yup.
That's good.
This is exactly what Alliance needs. This is why I'm thinking this deck can compete with this stuff, because the whole point is let me Alliance stuff out for cheap. That's what we need to see. I love this.
Being able to play basically all of the Alliance Tamers, which I think the Henry from this deck is only a 3.
Yep.
So that one for 1, and then the Henry Wukong for 2 is very good. Susie.
Shuchong Wong.
And then all the Lopmons for 1 memory, because I don't think there's any Lopmons that are above 3, right?
No, I can't think of one unless we got a vanilla like from the first few sets that is a 4 cost. I think they're all 3 cost.
Yeah. So I think this is actually a very good card. I like this.
I think the best thing about this effect is it's not a on player when digivolving. It's just a main. Like that's the best part.
Yes.
Promote, use it.
Yep.
Boom. Yeah, exactly. Because there are so many cards where I'm just like, dang, I just wish this wasn't an on player when digivolving. I could just activate this.
This card's kind of insane to me when I read it. Just like, because even if you're not playing a deck with Lopmon in it, you can just play your Tamers for 2. Like any green Tamer.
Taiga, like all those cards.
Yeah, like that card's really good. And also,
you literally play Taiga for 1, and then you could digivolve for 0.
Mm-hmm.
You could play this in any green deck. Yeah. That's actually like so splashable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the all turns while the Digimon is suspended, it gets 1,000 DP. That's also really good.
Yeah, a good level 3 inheritable.
Mm-hmm. Early alliances with like your level 4s or 5s, you might need, like if your other Digimon's pretty low, pretty weak, because obviously the way they're going to try and balance this is you got to make their DP a little bit low. So like this just gives it a little bit of bump to where it'll have a little bit more aggression.
Yeah, especially since if you're alliancing it, it's going to become suspended, and you're going to get that extra DP on that stack as well. So that's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And in case like during your opponent's turn, 1,000 DP is never not going to be frowned upon. So
yeah, especially if your opponent's just like Papegas and forgets about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, like I was going to say real quick, there was a small story also with the security control matchup. I had a 6K Garu X on the board who had just swung security, and he had 1 layer of battle protection, and he swung at it with a 6K Magna and said, all right, so we're both going to die? And notice, I had to use the battle protection the turn before to prevent him from dying, because I wanted to waste some of his resources to kill it, and it filled my deck up again. So I literally grabbed 2 cards from my trash, put it in the bottom of the deck, said, okay. No takesy backsies here. Put that thing in the trash. It was hilarious. Anyway, proceed.
Lopmon. Evo's on top of Kokomon for 0. Main, once per turn, one of your Digimon gains alliance for the turn. And it has the same inheritable as the Terriermon. So this card's also really good.
That card's also cracked. It just gives alliance to anything. It doesn't even specify color.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so I'm totally okay with level 3s being nutty because there's so much removal for them at this point. Like, make the level 3s or 4s like the nutty ones, like the early stuff. I
mean, what's this card going to do against a ruin mode? I mean,
it's not, because it doesn't exist.
Exactly. Exactly.
Insta dies.
Yeah, what effect?
It comes out and it tries its little bunny hardest.
Mm-hmm. And the game is like, hey, what's your DP at?
No. Get in the garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, that Rapidmon art is pretty sick.
It does go hard.
Wendigomon.
Oh, sorry, you distracted me with the Rapidmon.
Oh.
Wendigomon. Digivolves level 3 with Terriermon or Lopmon in name for 2 memory. On play / when digivolving, delete 1 level 3 or lower Digimon. If this effect deleted your Digimon, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with Terriermon or Lopmon in its name from your trash without paying the cost, and then the inheritable is the same as the rookies.
That has really good synergy with the original Cherubi.
Yeah.
So you can delete one of them and it just comes right back out, and you get to use like their main effect again.
That's what I'm thinking. Is you can just combo it with these guys because you can just you can use this effect, play a dude, evo into this guy for 2, delete the dude you just played, play it back, and trigger. Like if you have like multiple of these guys out, you can just play them and trigger their effect repeatedly.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it as
the exact same. Yeah.
I like it as well. I just don't remember all the old level 4 alliance cards. I just don't know. Would there be room for this? Like because this seems kind of niche. Like I'm not gonna be playing 4 of this. I could see it at like 2, right?
I think the level 4 lineup, if I remember correctly, is like the weakest part of the support we got in EX4. This is definitely gonna make the cut in some number. I just don't know. Maybe we can ask Ben.
Okay. Yeah, Ben would know the most about this.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ben, everybody wish him luck for his journey.
Well, he's already there. He's physically at the venue.
I'm saying
he's doing a scavenger hunt.
He's doing a scavenger hunt. Yeah. Ben's at Nationals today, guys. Everyone wish him luck. Good luck, Ben. Hopefully you come in first. Then it would be worth it. All the money you spent to get over there.
Hunt, I guess.
Yeah. Gargomon. Evo's on top of Terriermon or Lopmon in name for 2. Your turn once per turn. When the Digimon becomes suspended, one of your Digimon gains jamming for the turn. Inheritable is the same as everything else so far.
Yeah, that's gotta make it.
That's for sure gonna make it, because then you're just like 2 checks jamming.
Jamming, super early too with this deck. You know what I mean?
That's the scariest part about Alliance is if you have a slow hand, they can just run you down before you get a chance to do anything.
They have other D-Reaper and they just tell you to deal with it.
Bro, I can see it right now. You just promote your Terriermon. You're like, okay, play this card for 1. Digivolve into this. Swing for 2 checks. Alliance, like, okay.
Yeah.
Jamming?
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, because like you could promote him or the
He's
Terriermon.
holding a hamburger in his hand. Just notice that. in his gun hand.
Sean, have you seen that season?
No. You guys know this. I've only seen like the first 1.5 seasons.
When Terriermon digivolves into the English dub for that season is so goated. When Terriermon in that show digivolves into Gargomon for the first time, he goes, "Where did I get pants from?"
I mean, that's a good question.
Henry said it. He goes, "He's got pants now."
That's the first thing I would wonder.
He's just shooting off his gun hands, and it's like, what is going on? It was Sean. You gotta watch that season. It's so goated.
The fact that this guy turns into this guy, like what happened? that is a real Digimon moment right there. That is exactly how it works.
Turns into a whole dad bod with machine gun arms.
Yep. And pants.
Pants. Yep.
Rapidmon. Evo's on top of Terriermon in name for 3, blocker and armor purge. All turns once per turn when this Digimon becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 4,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable is the same as the rest.
Still pretty good. I don't think it's as strong as the original one, but still very good.
Okay, but in Alliance specifically, this is so nice. Like, think about it.
This is better than the original in aggro decks.
In Alliance.
Aggro, yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, okay, the Gargomon and this, like, they gotta be 4-ofs, right? In Alliance? Because jamming's so important, and then, like, that's just basic removal. It's also a blocker at 7k, so, like, that's not, like, slept on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And armor purge in Alliance too. Like, you're not losing your body. So like the Wendigo's really nice too. But like I'm not gonna be playing more copies of that over these two.
Yeah, and this also effectively buffs one of your swing or all your swings by 4K.
Exactly. Like, think about it. You alliance this Rapidmon, that's an extra 7K DP.
Yeah.
Imagine promoting the Rapidmon out of raising. You swing Alliance, it dies to the check, you armor purge back down to the Lop or the Terrier, and then you just get to go, all right, activate main.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, this card is nutty. I love this so far. I'm loving this whole deck.
If you had already activated that turn, you couldn't activate it again, though.
Well, that's what I was saying, promote the Rapid.
But yeah, he's talking about promoting the Rapid
out of
raising.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Especially since his effect is in all turns when he becomes suspended, so promoting him is no problem.
If you block an 11,000 DP Digimon, you would minus it by 4K, crash, and then purge.
Yep, crashing it. Yep.
And if you're anything smaller than that, you're just going to die.
All turns.
Very good card.
Yeah, I actually like this.
All of your opponent's Digimon. Oh my god.
All of your opponent's security Digimon. Chill.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah,
I wish it was
one on the board, and then all of security.
It's not Baby Ruin mode.
Yep. I mean, think about it. If that
one was.
I mean, if it were Baby Ruin mode, that'd be lit. I think I'm looking at this and I'm thinking Lord Nightmon support.
As always,
this is better than the OG Rapidmon because it doesn't require you to play a bunch of tamers in order to get the effect. And this is searchable by all of your search cards for Lord Nightmon.
It's a vaccine. It's a holy warrior. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, the Argos. I want this to be like a foiled texture card so bad. I mean,
it's a super, so it will be.
It is. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Okay, sweet.
I'm curious what it'll look like. I'm not a huge fan of the etched textured cards from starter decks.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure why. I just don't like. I mean, it is better than nothing. I prefer different kinds of texture over like that etched version for some reason. But yeah,
understandable.
I might end up playing this in Lord Nightmon and BT15. Second Rapidmon. Okay.
Level 4 and a level 5.
So this is the regular Evo, not the Digi Egg of Miracles or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Evo's on top of.
Sean.
Do what?
I said, good job, Sean. You knew your lore.
Thank you. I know a little bit of stuff. Evo's on top of level 4 with Gargomon or Rapidmon in name for 3. On play / when Digivolving, de-Evo 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a green tamer, this Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects and can't be returned to the hand or the deck until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns once per turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash a top card of their security stack. This card's insane.
Jesus.
Okay, so now another problem I have with the Wendigomon. You can't Digivolve for 3 on top of the Wendigomon with this.
You can't, but I mean, you could just pay 4. It ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, not with that effect. You're right. Like, I'm not gonna be too upset. It's just like a little negative, you know.
Yeah, this card's so.
This card's great. I love this card so much.
From my playing versus Ben when he was on his alliance.deck vibe, this terrifies me because I know that his turn ends in a Quartzmon, and if it's on top of this guy, I basically have no way to out it. Besides maybe attacking over it if I for some reason have something big enough that I'm able to promote. So, yeah.
I'm loving this whole deck so far. I can't wait to play this stuff and play it wrong.
It'll be interesting to see how our meta shapes up since Apocalomon's not going to be a thing after like the first couple of weeks.
That is going to be the weirdest thing.
Can we? I mean, I could see this being a little bit of a contender. Like, all these effects are very strong.
Yeah, with Apocalymon not being a card and the Garo engine going to 0 or whatever, I think this could definitely be like a contender for tier 1.
A contender, yep.
It's a very good level 5.
Yeah,
and an ace. Okay, we're about to.
And the fact that it's on play / when Digivolve. I love that they're giving everything on play / when Digivolve now because like you're paying extra memory. Yep. Give me the effect, dude.
Yeah, give me the effect. Yep.
Also, am I wrong in thinking is this the only level 5 in the deck?
Yes, but you already have obviously a bunch of level 5s.
Yeah, you're also gonna be playing the Antilamon, right?
Yeah, because
that's like a really good one.
Read that first part of the Mega Gargomon Ace.
Digivolves from Rapidmon in name for 5, so you can just warp Evo on top of the level 4 Rapidmons.
For 5.
For 5 memory. Pretty strong. Also, that means that you can blast Evo on top of your Rapid Monster.
You're level 4.
Yep.
Yep.
Bet you didn't expect this one, idiot.
Here's a level 6.
Yep.
Boom.
Blocker and reboot.
Yes.
Very good combo of keywords there.
Alter S.
Yes. When Digivolving, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend or Digivolve until the end of your opponent's turn. When Digivolving / end of attack, once per turn, you may unsuspend this Digimon.
Oh, so he unsuspends when he comes out too? That's so good. That's nutty.
So
think about it. You Alliance swing with that. You check twice, and then they pass your turn. They're like, I gotta get that Rapidmon off the board. Attempt to attack over it. Digivolve into this.
No. Attempt to attack over it. Okay. Block. Neg 4K. No, because blocker timing's after Blast
Well,
Evo.
if they have 2 swings, you can kind of bait them into that by blocking, and then they swing again, and you're like, nope. You thought.
You thought that second one was going to get through?
Yeah, now I'm even bigger.
Finally, a good Mega Gargomon. I love this card. This card's also very good.
Yeah,
When was the last time we had a good one? BT 1.5?
But the thing is, though, like, how well does this work in the Alliance deck? Like, are we gonna play this over the old Cherubimon? And because those are like those cards. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Cherubimon was like realistically the only level 6 they actually played, right?
It was the best one, just because of how everything worked out. But like, you're always gonna have a second stack next to your Mega, and this would just go on top of it.
What are they gonna do? Swing at you?
Bad. Yeah. Swing at me, dummy.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
This card's also super rare, so we'll get this nice and etch-a-sketched.
Good.
Etch-a-sketched.
Cherubimon, Evo's on top of Antilamon for 3 memory, has Alliance.
Antilamon's even in the deck.
It's not, but it's the best level 5 that they had from EX4. It makes sense that they know that they're not going to replace that card. When Digivolving, you may delete 1 level 4 or lower Digimon. Then you may play 1 green or purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying the cost.
Or trash is very good.
Yeah. The fact that both of these effects are optional is very good as well. Because obviously, if it were mandatory, you'd have to delete one of your guys.
Yeah. You did skip over the part where it does just natively have Alliance as well.
I said that.
No, he said it.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah. No, you brain farted and skipped over the part of listening.
Yeah, I guess.
So hold on, let me get this right. Read the when Digivolving effect again, Sean.
You may delete 1 level 4 or lower Digimon, so that's yours or your opponent's. Then you may play 1 green or purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying the cost.
Okay, so quick thing, real quick. So scroll up again, real quick, right? Oh, okay. So we can just delete that Rapidmon. Armor purge it, and then would the timing be off? Like we couldn't target the Rapidmon to come back after deleting it?
No, so you're not deleting the card through the effect. The Rapidmon's dipping.
Okay, so even if we didn't armor purge, like if we just deleted the Rapidmon, we could then bring it back.
With how this is worded, both of these effects are entirely optional. You can choose not to do the first sentence and still play something for free.
Okay. I was just wondering if there was some shenanigans with the armor purge deletion and like being able to keep the level 3 or whatever underneath it and just bring it back.
Because of what Sean said, you could do both.
You could do both if you wanted, but I don't know of like what combos. I mean, I guess you could, if you haven't activated one of these guys' effects that turn, you could armor purge to get access to it again.
Hear me out. You swing Alliance, right? Yep. You tap the Rapidmon, trigger the Rapidmon's effect, neg 4K, delete the Rapidmon, play the Rapidmon back out, and then he's free to be Allianced again.
But he's the Cherubimon's when Digivolving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. But you guys see where I'm trying to go with this, right?
Yeah. Like, this card's cool. I don't know if it replaces the AX4
old one.
No, yeah, I think the AX4 one's still better.
Yeah. But still interesting card. I mean, there's some combos you for sure could figure out with that effect.
Agreed.
Yeah, give me like a few more minutes with it.
Yeah. Henry Wong. Starting your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory.
Okay.
Main, by placing this Tamer and one Gargomon and one Rapidmon from your trash as the bottom Digivolution cards of one of your Terriermon, that Digimon may Digivolve into Mega Gargomon in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. The Digimon Digivolved by this effect gains Rush for the turn.
Oh, okay. I was a little iffy on it until that part, until the rush
That's
part.
a
I'm like,
rush.
okay.
Yeah.
You
Like,
could
this
literally
is
just
like-
kill people with this.
Yeah.
For
No,
real?
this reminds me of like Machine Dramon with like heavy conduction. You know, like this is just sitting on the board, waiting for it to just kill your opponent. It's basically like a hybrid.
This reminds
that's
me
it.
of Takato from
Takato.
BT12.
Yeah.
Takato. That's
This one
exactly
actually
what
gives
it is.
Rush.
Yeah, except for this inherently gives it Rush. You don't have to, like, because in that deck you had to play the Gilmon that gave itself Rush, but this one is just
Right.
like, hey, dude, you play it, dude, whatever.
Yeah,
I
bro.
love this card. I mean, I don't. Outside that, though, I mean, it doesn't really do too much for Alliance, but I guess that's what the other Henry and what is it, Sean?
Shuchong Wong.
Is for.
Easy.
So I guess you could just play.
Read
both
the
of these.
card, Brandon. Her name is
Watch the
Shuchong
anime,
Wong.
Sean.
So
Listen,
yeah,
we're
I guess.
American. We don't understand what foreign names are.
Well,
had
they
to
printed it in
censor
English for you, so you should be able to read it.
I couldn't see myself playing maybe more than 2 of these. I mean, like, would you want to play 3? I mean, it's cool for the rush thing, like to kill your opponent, but like,
Do you
So,
need to see more than one?
right?
so with the way this works, you could potentially kill your opponent from 2 or less security without them even, like, with nothing on board.
Okay.
So you warp into this guy.
Yep.
You suspend all their stuff, whatever. If they have blockers, cool. You're not gonna be able to block me.
Right.
Swing,
Too bad. Yeah.
end of attack, unsuspend, swing
Yep.
again. And if you happen to have something else on the field, you alliance, 2 checks, unsuspend, swing for game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good deal.
Yeah, I think this card's really good. I like that effect. Yeah, strong.
Hold the
Yeah, I love
phone.
it.
They made the Tamer. Okay, it's a rare. We're good. I was about to say, if the Tamer's like not foil, that's going to be a little upsetting.
Yeah. Double Typhoon, the starter deck's namesake. 3-cost option. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 green Digimon card and 1 green Tamer card among them to your hand. Return the rest of the bottom of the deck. Then place this card in your battle area. You may play 1 Terriermon or
Oh my
Lopmon from
God.
your hand without paying the cost, the delay effect, and then security. Suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon, then place this card in the battle area.
This card's
Okay,
kind of
awesome.
nutty. Jesus.
This card's an absolute 4 in this deck.
Oh my god. Searches.
I really,
plays.
I want to see more. I wish this card said instead of bottom of deck, it's like top or bottom. Like you got to pick. Like, I want to see a little bit more of that. You know,
Kind
like
of like the Alteress deck.
Yeah.
because once you bottom deck that card, most of the time you're never seeing that card again. So it's like we're
Yeah.
starting to see a couple more cards where it's like top or bottom. So like I kind of was hoping to see that, but you get to add 2 cards, so I can't really complain. Like
I mean, it searches every card in the deck, literally, besides itself.
Yeah.
And your other
Yeah.
options.
exactly. So I agree. This is a 100% 4 of.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense. So do they have like a twin attack called Double Typhoon? Is that what's happening here?
Well, I think their like main attack is like Bunny Typhoon or something like that.
Oh.
yeah,
I wonder if
they're
the
20s.
I wonder if the English translation for the starter deck is going to be Bunny Typhoon. That's what this
Well,
card's gonna be
here's-
called.
That'd be so dumb. No, it's definitely
Here's
gonna be
the-
dumb.
Bunny Typhoon.
But here's the
Mystical
weird thing. Like
Bunny
I
Typhoon.
get what they're going with here, but this deck, because of the fact that it's both Terriermon and Lopmon, I definitely would have thought, because Susie's not in this. So if they're not going to include Susie
It's
in this,
Shuchong
and
Wong, dude. Get it right.
I'm sorry, Shu Chong Wong, and and Wendigomon is in this. I could, dude. They should have gone with what's his name, Brandon, from the
I know
movie.
you're not about to bring up the O2 kid.
Yeah, the O2 kid. I love Henry. Don't get me wrong, but think about it. Look
Who
at
are
the
you
way
talking
this deck
about?
is going.
He's talking about Willis.
Willis
Who's
literally. Okay, so I'll explain to you real quick, Sean.
Have you never seen the original Digimon movie?
No, he
No,
hasn't.
I haven't.
Oh
So
my
Willis-
God.
The only movies I've seen
Willis-
are the Try movies, which are good.
Love the Try movies.
Okay, the original
So-
Digimon movie is pretty good too.
Unlike the other kids, Willis got 2 Digi eggs, and it was Terriermon and Lopmon.
Also, he's like Nokia,
John-
except for his are mid.
Anyways,
Got it.
Willis goes, "Oh, I want another one." Accidentally
greedy.
accidentally creates Diaboromon, right? The
That's what he
virus.
gets, dude.
This is
And then it
literally
infects-
only in the English version, by the way.
Yeah, it's only in the English version. Infects Lopmon with it, and then that's why Lopmon digivolves into
Evil
Wendigomon.
Cherubi.
Yeah, evil Cherubimon. So like the way this deck is, if Shu Chong Wong was in this deck, or like it was like a Henry Wong and Shu Chong Wong, I'd be like, okay, this makes sense. But the fact that it's just Henry, and there's Wendigomon and Gold Rapidmon, it would be like just to me lore wise, I thought Willis would have made a better pick here. But that's just me.
But I think they wrote themselves into a corner because I'm pretty sure some of the EX4 support specifies Henry.
It's Henry and Shuchong.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
All right.
Also, the move is actually not Bunny Tornado. I believe it's Terrier Tornado or something like that.
I can't wait to see what the English translation of this deck is.
I mean, it's definitely going to be that.
Yeah,
Double
it's the name of the.
Do we know that for sure?
I mean, yeah, pretty sure.
Giant Missile, 8 cost. Main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. One of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Security, activate the main effect. This is power creeped, whatever that 8 cost green option is from, was it BT 10?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the thing is with this is there's no level restriction on this, which is good. So
This card's insane because like your opponent thinks they're attacking for game, and you're just like, nope. 2 bodies.
If they hit it kind of early and they have multiple bodies on the board, you could be like, oh, this one's already suspended from attacking. Let me suspend this one who hasn't attacked yet. Let me bot deck the one that's more problematic.
Yeah, this is a pretty brutal option. As good as this is,
bottom of deck too.
Yeah, bot decking's always nasty. As good as this is, I guess you'd probably play some number of this and the 7 cost option, the Heaven's Judgment or whatever. Because that card's insane when you activate it on your turn with like 5 different colors on your field. You're just like, hey, nuke your whole board.
Yeah, bye.
I don't remember.
Yeah, what is this?
Did some of the Alliance cards from the previous set, were they also black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually had a black Gargamon.
That's right. Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different colors in that deck.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because the Wendigo and Antila line is purple, green.
Purple, green, and then yellow, green, right?
Well, then you have green, black with the black Gargamon.
Yeah, like
black Mega Gargamon.
This line is this color. This line is this color. This line is this color.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally that. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and then is that just like a random Magna?
Yeah, this is also in the deck.
Yeah, those are in there. It's just like an extra card.
No, this is a new Magnamon.
Yep.
Evo's for Vmon for 3. Evo's on Vmon for 3. Security, de-Evo 1 Digimon. That's kind of awkward because this is mandatory. So, obviously they'd have to have something because I swung, so never mind.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. At the end of the battle, imagine they swing and somehow kill themselves before the check goes through or something like that, and it's like, Devo, your stuff's stupid. At the end of the battle, one of your Digimon may digivolve into this card without paying the cost.
You have a Vmon on the board? Now I have a Magnamon on the board.
Blocker Armor Purge. When digivolving, for each color one of your opponent's Digimon has, trash that Digimon's top Digivolution card. Then return one of your opponent's Digimon without Digivolution cards to the hand.
This card is so, like, I hate to say it, but like kind of mid. It's like so specific and so many restrictions. You gotta have this, you gotta do this, you gotta have that.
It's relying on your opponent playing a multicolor card.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still...
It would have been how many colors?
Bare minimum, you can strip one color, or one source for one color.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah,
why,
but think about the other Magnas.
Why is this in here?
Because, again...
Card. They literally threw it in as extra support.
It's a starter deck 17 card, but it doesn't interact with anything in the starter deck.
For lore reasons, Sean, again, we're going to go back to this. In the movie, Rapidmon and No, I'm just explaining to you. Rapidmon and Magnamon are like the two main team up, and they take on the evil Cherubimon. So again, that should be Willis, not Henry.
but
Okay.
because archetype reasons.
Because in the movie, it's literally, for some god-awful reason, Patamon and Gatomon go, we got to Mega Digivolve so we can summon the Golden Digi-Eggs. And it's just like, why? If you guys can go Mega, you guys should be able to take this thing.
That's a
But whatever.
Sorapimon. Why?
Yes!
I'm pretty sure you could kill that.
Yes, Ralphimon shows up, and so does a Magnadramon, and then they're like, we summon the Golden Digi-Eggs. And then Vmon and Terriermon Golden Armor Digivolve into Gold Rapidmon and Magnamon, right? And then they defeat Cherubimon. So again, for lore reasons, they're like, throw Magnamon in there, and then they're like, but Henry instead of Willis. But whatever.
This is just so odd. This is the first starter deck card we've gotten that you literally can't play in the starter.
You're like, wait.
I guess I'll hard play this guy.
Yeah, I think they made a post about it when they first announced it was part of the starter deck, but I'm pretty sure it's literally just an extra card. Like they're here, like here's some armor support while we're at it. Like just have it, have fun, lore, cool.
Also, while we're doing this, I want to review the alt arts that we're getting in the starter deck, and I don't know what they are.
Oh, there's alt arts.
Yeah, it's like the, because it's an advanced starter deck, so it's like the Beelzemon starter deck.
Is that purple memory boost, the 3 cost, or what is that? I actually genuinely can't tell.
It says BT 8. I think it's missed.
That's missed. That's missed because if that's Pride, that's missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So yeah,
and that's Fireball.
Yeah, it's Fireball. I mean, that one's kind of obvious.
So Blinding Ray, Pride Memory Boost, BT8 Rapidmon, Mist Memory Boost,
so good.
Fireball, Cocomon, EX4 Terrier, I think.
Or no, I think it's Lop.
Lopmon. They're both on the picture, but yeah, EX4 Lopmon, Kaiser Nail for some reason.
Such beautiful.
That's random.
And then a Chase starter deck 17 Gold Rapidmon.
Beautiful.
Bro, I'm so excited for this deck. I can't wait to play this.
I'm a little confused by the... You know what? I bet these were parallel wares printed in something else.
Oh, like they're coming later.
The way their card lists work on the official website is if they print a parallel ware for a card, they'll put it back in their card list for whatever that set is. So I think that's what that is.
Yeah, because I gotta
pull it up. I can pull it up on my phone and actually click on it since I can't click right now, and it'll actually tell me where it comes from.
Yeah.
I gotta have 4 of those Rapidmons, and you know what? I gotta have 4 of those Cocomon. I gotta have 4 of all these cards.
Yeah,
so.
I actually sold my Alt Art BT8 Rapidmons like a couple months ago whenever this got announced because I was like, I'll just use this one.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that these are textured cards because I do not like the flat cards that we got as reprint in the Beelzemon starter deck. Those are disappointing. Hopefully they've learned their lesson that we prefer textured cards. But yeah, I'm really excited to get this Blinding Ray. I will use it regardless of if it's textured or not. But some of these cards I might not.
These are the kind of alt arts I like to see. Like these go extremely hard. Like that Pride Memory Boost. Like we haven't talked about it. That is awesome.
Dude,
that is literally them storming. Yeah, they're storming Normandy.
Yeah. It's interesting that Beelzemon. Oh, so they got Venomiotismon. I can't remember his name right now. Tapirmon, Soulmon. Okay, so it's other purple cards, but I mean, obviously, Beel's an Emperor front and center.
Right.
Yeah, these cards are
cool. The Kaiser Nail and the Fireball are so like random. Like, okay, I'll take it. Like, I like them. Both the arts are like awesome, but it's just like,
oh, it comes in a pack. You get a pack with the deck that you can pull these from. The all sorts from the deck itself. So like if you scroll up.
Okay.
So the Terrier to the Cherubi.
These cards.
Those are the cards are actually from the deck. Those are all tarts that you can pull in this pack.
Okay, that's really cool. I'll actually buy this.
So we get 9 extra cards, and then plus you get a chance to pull one of these.
Yeah,
I guess.
Oh my god!
And I'm assuming
not anything concrete about the Terriermon assistant and whatnot. I don't know what their issue is. Yeah, that one and the Willis. I don't know where the heck the Willis is coming from.
The Willis and the Henry.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. For like, this is like the perfect kind of like thing like a new player can pick up and just be able to play the deck.
Oh yeah.
This is awesome.
Great about the advanced decks.
I really appreciate them doing this for a card like Rapidmon that's like 2 years old at this point.
Yep.
And it's a super rare.
yeah.
Like this makes it very easy for someone to just get these because they're in the starter deck. And they're pretty. So thanks Bandai.
Yeah, very, very pretty.
And then obviously they know this is going to be your 4 of Thomas, so they just reprinted it as an alt art. Yeah, shout out to Bandai. Good decisions. Hopefully these are textured, but if they're not, I won't be too disappointed, I guess, but I want them to be textured.
And to actually see play now that Apocalypse has been caught in the foot.
I think that deck is. I think green is finally able to move on from Bloomlord and have like a new top green deck. I think that deck could overtake that because it's like such early aggression. And Bloom just takes a little time to set up and establish, and I think that deck could just kill them before that.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can do to really stop them like super early is to just put out a floodgate. Can't play cards through effects.
Yeah.
Crimson Blaze, stuff like that. Because then they'd have to naturally play cards out,
Well,
not rely on their tamer to play.
they can actually get around that because of that new rookie where it's just a main effect, play it with a reduced cost.
Yeah.
You'd have to play both.
Very
Like
nice.
so you'd have to like Solar Gatsumon, the Alliance
Solar
player.
Ankatsu, jeez.
Like, hey dude, you ain't doing nothing this turn.
You're doing nothing.
You gotta out these dudes first. Play your 8 cost
Little
option.
Geary Boy, and little Rock Boy teaming up.
Yep. Teaming up to keep you from playing the game. When really you could just ruin mode them and be like, hey, you're really not playing the game.
They're really not playing the game. I love how you actually got a comment that was like, this game is so boring.
Yeah, what boring gameplay. This deck just does the same thing over and over. Like, that's not how every deck functions.
Every deck.
Like, what? What does that even
Same
mean?
thing.
Do your deck does something different every game, or your goal is to do something different every game? Okay, guy.
Jeez, I saw that and I was like, every deck does the same thing.
That was my first thought, but I didn't even bother saying it. I was like,
You think he's ever watched a Yu-Gi-Oh game where the players just have like nothing but hand traps and they're just like,
I mean, you. What a fun, exciting game! How interactive.
I'm just gonna leave my deck turned upside down because I'm gonna be entering it like 30 times in this turn. So,
Dude, facts. The fact that they don't even shuffle after the first search anymore, they're like, I'm going back in. I'm like, okay, word.
do you have the what is the
Ash.
Do you have the Ash? No. Okay, so you want to just go to game 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the Droll though.
Oh, the troll.
Call it by the grave. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Game
You got it. All right, game 2.
Yep.
Game 2. Good game.
I
Good
guess
game. Good game.
you just have all the answers, huh?
I guess I just can't play. I guess I just can't play. All right, so moving on to Brandon's topic. God, so many words. Things you're surprised are not in the game yet.
So we were actually talking in our group chat a little while ago, and I kind of thought of this because I was watching Sean's Blue Hybrid gameplay from a while ago, and I thought to myself, like, man, I'm really surprised Blue doesn't have like a Floodgate style card that increases the amount of sources that get stripped when you strip a source. So kind of like imagine almost like a tamer or something. Maybe a level 6, effect on the board, where every time a source would be stripped, you could increase that number by an additional 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, like, that just seems like such an easy thing to print, and it actually be pretty good. So I was kind of surprised, like, man, we haven't had an effect like that yet.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
kinda what got my
balanced too,
wheel
because
turning.
it does nothing if you like. It's like a combination effect.
Yeah. It's like the Gallant line giving itself extra
The increased
DP,
DP. Yeah, it's very similar to that. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
exact same concept.
but just with source stripping.
Yep, I think that
Turning
would be
Sword
a good
Joe
effect.
into a 3 strip instead of a 2 strip, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I think I've been thinking about this since we started talking about like keywords that
Yeah.
we want to see in the game. I think it's called Vigilance in Magic, where you attack but you don't suspend yourself.
Oh, it's like Superior Mode, where he just gets to attack irregardless.
Similar, but it would
As a keyword.
as a keyword, and you just can attack without suspending. But
It's a more fleshed out
yeah, but it would have to like restrict your attacking to once per turn, obviously.
once per turn.
Because because otherwise you'd just be able to attack.
Right.
So they'd have to like set up the keyword to where you could only attack once per turn, but you don't suspend when you attack. I think that's pretty much all the keyword would have to say.
That screams it would be like a red-black keyword, and then it would just go away and just be a red keyword.
Just right.
Just because black sucks.
Yep. No, I just see that. Like, you said that and explained what the effect was. I was like, that sounds like a black war Greymon or a black-red Greymon card.
It sounds like a black war Greymon effect because all of them have been able to attack and then unsuspend, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
You could make this one of the most high-roll Gamba-style keywords ever. So imagine, instead of not being able to keep attacking, you are able to keep attacking, but it costs something.
Like cost memory?
Like it costs memory, it costs sources, and once you're out of... Like Digiburst. Like once you're out of sources, you can't attack anymore.
Digiburst is dead, dude. That's never coming back. They've clearly given up on that mechanic.
Cost you DP. Like something stupid. To where like you could Gamba and keep getting rid of your stuff to keep attacking, but it's a Gamba.
No, okay, so you're saying this, Brandon? Okay, and you literally just gave me exactly what I want. Okay, so there's a character in Jujutsu Kaisen, and his name is Hikari. We haven't been introduced to him yet in the anime, but he's coming very, very soon. And his whole domain expansion is like slots. It's slot machines, right? His whole thing is he's just playing like slots to get lucky so he can be invincible for a minute. So what if we had a keyword just called gamble? And you could like pay, like, you know, you would put like a number on it. You could pay like so much memory to like activate the effect, and it's like a gamble.
Like roll a die.
Not like just roll a die, but like, okay, say it's like, okay, Digivolve and then effect like gamble. You could pay like so much memory. You could reveal that many cards from the top of your deck, and then like if you see like the next line, like imagine like a level 4 Digivolve for 2. Gamble effect.
Gotcha green, got it.
It's gotcha green, but like instead of you would like pay memory, so much memory, and you could see so many cards from the top of your deck. Digivolve effects would trigger, and you could just keep going like that. It's a gamble, you know what I mean? Like but it's instead of gotcha green, we're gonna make it good. So we'll give it to purple.
We'll give it to purple. Cards like that is
give it to purple. It's free.
The problem of card game players want their stuff to be as optimal as possible and remove.
So,
well, that's what
you would think that, but a lot of casual players don't have that mindset.
Yeah, they don't care.
Take Eosmon for example.
Yeah,
that's not a deck. Yet people insist on building it anyway.
We would obviously like give them a tamer that would allow them, like an Izzy, that you would look at like so many cards on the top of the deck and you would organize it and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, obviously you want to take the gamble out of it.
Yeah, we want to take the gamble out of it. Yeah.
Like that's all the gotcha green support is trying to stack the top of your deck.
House rule says I stack deck.
Yeah.
We're counting
House
cards,
always wins.
Okay?
Yeah.
Obviously we would try. Okay, so like
roulette spinmon. He's just a roulette table.
What's the topic word for word again?
Things we're surprised aren't in the game yet.
Okay, one, if I win the die roll, I should be able to decide who goes first and second.
Who goes first? Yes, I agree.
Why does One Piece have that? We don't. Okay, and then 2, side decks. Okay, boom. I'm done with this topic.
Yeah. I am hopeful that they're waiting for the end of this competitive year, like after Worlds, and they're going to introduce side decks. Because they did the same thing with Mulligans, where they waited until the end of the competitive season to actually introduce them as official rules.
Do you think they could also maybe wait until they? Oh, I'll wait to say that when we do Sean's topic. Maybe they're trying to wait until after the catch up.
Yeah, 2025.
Well,
like I think it'll be easier because I know this is bleeding into Sean's topic a little bit. It'll be easier for them to get everyone on the same page once we're all on like the same
page.
I mean, I feel like they should just do it though, because that's delaying us having side decks for an entire year.
It's ridiculous.
No, I agree. Like we should have already had them.
Yeah.
God, dude, imagine the matchups that just disappear if you have side decks.
Dude, imagine playing a deck that has tamers and you can side them out versus hunters, so where you never have to worry about checking them in security.
Never worry about it. Or somebody's bringing security control, so you tech in a delicate plan.
Yeah, you
or
can just have a
something like
delicate
that.
plan package in your side deck because there's someone at your locals that brings SecCon every week.
Yeah, you're oh, I lose to this matchup? All right, cool. Well, I have this to counter that matchup.
Yep.
Okay, so, like, I was, AJ, he's like, hey, you want to play a game of One Piece real quick? I was like, I've never played this game. He's like, don't worry, we'll just, like, I'll just kind of show you as we were playing it. I said, okay. So I saw the very obvious, like, comparisons to Digimon. It really just started when he rolled the dice, and then I rolled, and he goes, "Oh, you win, so you get to pick who goes first." I said, "Are you kidding me?"
And I said, "Oh, you guys have adult rules for your card game?"
You have adult
are you
rules.
Are you kidding me?
That's what I said.
The official way in this card game,
Yeah, it's actually
the rule.
Yeah, it's rock paper
It's
scissors.
RPS.
Yeah, that's the official ruling.
If that were the case, if I should just start doing that to people and just throw. So I can go second when I want.
Ayo.
The thing is too, they play one round. They play one game,
Best
and
of one.
it's best of one, and it's 30 minutes. I was like, okay, so
that's gross. I do not like that part.
I don't either, but the way the game was kind of playing, I could see how the game could take very long, depending on how certain hands are, because you have this whole, I guess, counter mechanic. But like at the same time, when they would attack their like life, you would just straight add that card to your hand. And if it has one of those effects that triggers, like you activate it and add it to hand. I'm like, okay, so that's pretty cool. Like I know a lot of people would have wanted that. Like security comes to your hand.
I think that's a way better mechanic because it gives you resources for losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so like
exactly.
it helps you come back.
All those rookies in your security were now in your hand, and your hand suddenly not so bricked.
Yeah, a lot of games would have the tides turned if you could add those cards to your hand, or if you had to add those cards to your hand as opposed to.
Now, I do think they could balance it to where if a card has a security effect, it could still go to trash. Like if you hit Gaia Force out of security, I don't think you should have the Gaia Force to your hand.
I mean, I feel like
it's a little excessive.
I feel like if they just make it optional. Like, if it has a security effect, you can choose to activate it, or if you don't want to choose to activate it, you just add it to hand.
Okay.
You know, it's another thing I'm kind of surprised this game doesn't have, like, equipment. You know, like, more cards like...
like the plugins.
Like
the plugins are like all we have.
Like how Pokemon has equipment that you, like, attach to the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like an option card, like X Antibody, where it would have, like, a main effect and an inheritable, and you would, like, tuck it underneath it, like like a red one, right? It could be like Brave Shield, right? You'd pay so much memory to activate, it would have, like, a main effect. It would do something, and you would tuck it under your Digimon, and it would say something like, if this Digimon would be deleted in battle, or... like something like that, you can trash this card because that makes sense because Brave Shield, you know, it's like Wargreymmon's Brave Shield, so it would protect the Digimon. Like equipment based like cards like that, you know what I mean?
Like Crest, like stuff like that.
Ooh, yeah, Crest.
Yeah.
Crest could be used like that, yeah.
Another one, yeah, like just like more equipment like that. Like you're equipping your Digimon with this item.
Yeah, even in Season 3, their Digivices scanned cards and gave like abilities to their Digimon. Like Guillemon had a pair of wings he used every now and then.
Yep.
Stuff like that. That would be actually pretty cool. Terriermon had a giant hammer. It was Zudomon's hammer.
That's another keyword that we could get introduced at some point. How Magic has flying, and you can't block flying creatures unless you also have flying or some other effect.
Oh, God.
Right.
Imagine.
You thought we were playing a card game? We're playing a 2D. Now it's a 3D card game.
Are you guys up in the air? Oh, you're not? That sucks. I'm going to attack.
Sorry, Brett.
I feel like they'd have to retroactively give every angel flying. They'd just be like, hey, they have flying, obviously.
Yeah. Jeez.
There could be something like that, though. Like, Digimon of certain types can only be blocked by other types kind of deal. Like viruses can only be blocked by vaccines. Maybe.
Oh, they actually use the type chart in Digimon?
Yeah.
Imagine
they do more than just the one of Angemon we got that interacts with viruses.
You know what I think we need?
I think we have a Metal Garurumon that does something like that for no reason.
I think
it does on deletion effects, I think.
Yeah.
which effectively is basically purple cards.
Purple cards, yeah.
I think what we need is a new Mostimon card that blasts Evos from your hand with one card on the field and also has Alliance, Green's best keyword, that is no longer Green's best keyword. I think that's what we need. That'll help this
You're bleeding in. You're bleeding into one of our topics.
Oh, my
Chris is
apologies,
obviously
my bad.
trolling. We're aware of that card's existence. that's card. I can't wait to read this card. That card's insane.
Just like let these colors have their effects, man.
Why do that when all the other colors can have those effects?
You know why Masty has Alliance?
Because it's Angelmon and Lady Devimon. There's two of them.
No, it's because it's purple.
It's purple.
Oh,
Duh.
you're right. Yeah.
God.
Luga, man.
God, so dumb. It's obviously a purple
Luga's
mechanic.
got it. Moste's got it now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Apocalypse didn't have it.
Bro, could you imagine if a Pokemon had a... I'm gonna deck you out, but I'm also gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm also going to
Decide. How do you want to die?
Yeah, you choose. All right. I want to do the event pack cards now. So we have a new Rise Greymon X Antibody. I don't know why they're printing this card again in an event pack. It literally just got printed in an event pack.
Feels weird.
Yeah, it feels dumb, man. Also, unless these cards are textured unless they're starting to print these with texture, I prefer the last event pack Rise Greymon because that has the full color border that I really love about event pack cards, and this is just a different art.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dark Knightmon. This is the... It looks like BT10 Dark Knightmon.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that the first one?
Yeah.
I think we had some in BT7. I think this is... That's definitely two. It looks like BT10 to me.
I'll see if I can pull it up right here.
Okay. Yeah, this is the only image we have, and it's currently blurry. Also, it's weird that they're in English.
It is BT10.
Okay. Panjamon. Whatever.
Okay, that's
Which
cool.
Is
I mean,
BT11 card.
that I don't know if that one has an alt art, and that one's like probably the most played one of like the Leomon cards. I mean, you Digivolve into it and you get to play a Tamer for free, so it's like a really good card.
Okay. So, I mean, at least they're giving support.
Right? That's that Panjimon?
I mean, yeah, it is, but I'm saying, like, you're saying it's a really good card.
It's a
For
good card
Leomon.
if you decide to play Leomon.
I'm
Yeah,
saying it
that,
just seems like a logical and fallacy of saying good card and Leomon in the same sentence.
You know what?
Oh, Sean, pull up the Oceania reports. How many Gabumon cards or decks were in there?
There's probably a lot of Gabumon cards in there.
0.
Anyways, we're gonna talk about that as well. But Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode, this is the starter deck one, I believe.
BT12.
Oh, it's
Okay.
BT12.
Yeah.
Do you play that one?
No.
I mean, you can't even DNA into it.
Yeah, you don't.
No, I mean, you don't
into it.
DNA into it anyway.
Yeah, the only one you DNA into, I think, is the
Or the
Perpetual one.
I don't think you play that one.
Yeah, okay. Weird. Lalamon. I mean, that's cool. Everyone can bling out their Bloomlord decks even more. There's so many event pack cards for Bloomlord. Bloom can get so blingy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably the best one in the pack.
Sleep Mode.
Yeah.
The best one so far.
It's hard
It
to
is.
say. Because honestly...
It doesn't have an alt art.
Yeah, this is a common... So, like, this is also solid. It's a 4 of in Bloom and any deck where you decide to run Plant Fairies that isn't Bloom, I guess.
Yeah.
The Sleep Mode is really cool, though, because it's just a rare.
Also, at the same time, it's also a full art.
Yes, it looks
have that
very
stupid
cool.
border.
RIP to everyone who picked up pre-release stamped Sleep Modes in preparation for the new 7 Great Demon Lord deck. You just took a heavy hit.
Yep.
Then Omekamon, which, I mean, I guess this is cool, but we already had a pre-release version of this card that was hollow. I mean, this is nice. It's a different art and stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's also just going to be bare minimum foil.
Yeah, it's just, that deck kind of sucks because you lose to Floodgate rookies.
I mean, if you're going into a place and you know nobody's playing those rookies, pretty solid choice, I guess.
Yeah, if you know your locals refuses to play Floodgate rookies of any kind, you can just take Royal Knights and usually do pretty well.
I mean, Sean, think about it this way. Who's playing Solarmon right now?
I was playing
It's a
two in
good
my deck
meta
last
call.
night.
Who beside you?
Not a lot of people. Most people are playing the can't play by effects, which would only stop your Omnimon and your Gankumon, I believe.
Yeah, so you could probably easily remove those and then pop off.
And your Leopardmon. Your Leopardmon also gets stopped by that.
Bet you won't bring Royal Knights again.
You are correct. That deck is dead to me because of how hard you lose to rookies.
Play the 5-cost Marcus.
Yeah, but you have to see it, and you have to spend your whole turn. Like, it just sucks, dude. Especially now that purple is super popular because they can just recur their rookies. You
Yeah,
add
they're
it
just
once,
like,
and they're
"Oh,
like,
he's
cool,
back."
I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
Colosseum from, looks like EX3, I believe?
It is EX3.
I guess. Chris, you lost with this deck. How do you feel about this reprint?
I mean, it's cool because it didn't have one. So, like, I'm all for cards that didn't already have, like, an altar getting one. So, like, some of these that are, like you said, the Rise Greymon doesn't make sense. The Dark Knightmon, okay, I mean, it's not a very popular card, but it did already have an alt art, so whatever. So, like, any of these cards that don't have alt arts, I'm all for. Like,
Yes.
give them an alt art. That's cool. Just don't keep reprinting the same alt arts over and over and over again. So, like, yeah, I'm fine with it because it didn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rise Greymon has a good history of insane amounts of reprints for no reason.
Yeah, like, give some of these decks that people enjoy playing, like, and they want to bling out their cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, don't keep reprinting, like, Rise Greymon 30 times. Like, pick random cards, you know, from, you know, I don't know.
Pick cards from meta decks. Like, some of these cards, I'm just like, why? Like the Plesiumon, for example.
I am still screaming from the rooftops to get a foil version of just 2 cards in my Gabu deck. Just give me
the starter deck ones?
The starter deck, all 4 starter deck Gabu. He doesn't have an alt art yet. They
I was talking about the purple base.
Oh, well, it's going to be dead soon. Don't. They're going to kill it.
The starter deck 6 ones.
Yeah, but I'm saying you still don't play the purple base going forward because they're going to shoot it.
True, in the foot. You can't do it anymore. I hate it.
But I was talking about the blue one, the one with the 1000 DP. They reprinted a Gabumon card, and I was so excited. And they read it was the on-play Tamer Searcher, and I was like, the worst one.
The one you only played in Gabu Bond. That's the only time.
And only because you didn't have any better options.
Yeah.
Let me on-play this in bot deck, all 4 Bond of Friendships.
Yep.
Okay.
There goes my win con. GG's, I guess.
Yeah, especially when you were playing against security control. That definitely didn't happen to me.
Can't a Wisemon?
That is the RB1.
I was going to say, it looks like it says RB1 on it. So do they play this one?
I don't know.
Yeah, neither one of you guys have built this deck, and I haven't either, so...
Listen, the one time I played against that deck, they sat there and did nothing for 5 turns sitting on their level 6 because they were like, they'll delete my level 6 eventually.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to play their Proximon
my level
for
7.
That's dumb. I just would have been swinging at you.
Yeah, but they didn't want to get rid of the fact he had blocker.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. They deserve to lose that game.
They did. So I was just like, okay. I guess I'll just by not deleting it. Sucks for you, I guess.
Yeah, sucks to be you. All right, so top 16 of Oceania Nationals, which is like the Australia region of the world.
Wild.
I don't know how many players were in this.
They're actually able to go outside and they're not covered in spider webs.
What?
You haven't seen that?
Australia is a wild place, man.
I mean, yeah, clearly. All right,
you haven't seen that? Like, there's like
that's spider a real thing.
Webs. It's crazy. But go ahead.
You get blown in on the wind.
Trying to stay on topic a little bit. All right, so top 16. The count of each of these is Red Hybrid, 7 decks.
Yep.
What is this?
Raid War.
No, what's the one to the right?
Oh, Monze. It's the
the Edamon. Okay. Metal Edamon, one
Yeah,
deck.
that's not Monzi. That's Metal Edamon.
Well, I think he was looking at the bear and it was confusing him.
No, that's a Metal
Oh,
Edamon
okay.
picture.
Yeah.
But the Monzimon's in the picture with him, and I thought that was throwing you off, which is why I
It's
said
not
Monzi.
Monzimon. It's War Monzimon.
Oh, whatever.
Anyways, okay, Raid War Gray, one deck.
Yep.
Shout out to you. Shine Greymon Burst Mode, wrong choice. One deck. If you'd played Ruin Mode, you would have had a much better shot. Because like with the Burst Mode, you have to high roll in order to kill people. But with Ruin Mode, you're like, oh, I can just keep you from playing the game. I don't have to kill you.
Oh, sorry, you just can't play.
Yeah, that's the neat part. You don't. One Fanglongmon deck. So one Deva player sacked their way to top 16. Good job. I'm curious what that list looked like. 3 Anubis decks. I'm actually surprised this number isn't higher.
Yeah, one of which was number 1.
Yeah, one Anubis did win, so there was Anubis first place.
I think the reason why you're not going to see many more is because it's like Ben was saying, it's such a taxing deck. Like, it is very good, but like the mental fortitude to have to play that all day, like potentially playing like 10 rounds of it. Yeah. It's like very tiring.
How big the event was.
That's why I don't like playing decks like that for like major events, is because I really don't want to just be exhausted mentally by like round 7 or 8.
You have to know your lines of play so well. Like you almost have to just kind of be able to autopilot it.
Yeah, it has to be second nature to you.
Yeah, you can like misplay so hard on decks like that. Like just playing purple tonight, and it was like such a simple version. Like I'm missing so much crap. Like I just missed the whole night. I just missed being able to play my big dumb robot dinosaur and then just sit on it and do nothing. Like I don't have to think of anything. Like
I'm having to think of like into purple.
No thoughts, only block.
I was like, oh, I have to think about what cards to discard, etc., etc. So like, I could imagine like some people just not being able to do that. Like you
definitely can't just take a deck and just sit down and be like, I got this.
Yeah. Right.
One heavy Leomon deck somehow.
I'm sorry. What? What?
Somehow.
And then one Beelstar deck as well, which I'm sure they were playing the Garu engine, which that deck's pretty insane.
The Beelstar deck is 100% using that Garu engine.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that guy who commented on that video, Sean, or the podcast from like a couple weeks ago saying you were disrespecting Leomon, comes back and he listens to this one, and me and him are just celebrating. You know what I mean?
I mean that guy clearly cheated, obviously.
How many Garurumon decks were there? Brandon?
Bare minimum, at least one.
The Beelstar deck was 100% playing the Garu engine.
It is 100% running the Garu deck.
Nope.
I mean, yeah. So
100%.
Based on these numbers, I would assume half the field was probably playing Red Hybrid.
Oh yeah.
At least they probably saw it as a good meta call.
Yeah, which it definitely is, because you can run Anubis down before they have a chance to do anything.
Not to mention Crimson Blaze just exists.
Crimson Blaze. Also, I'm sure they were playing at least 2 to 3 copies in all those lists. And you just play that, and then just like they can't play the game for their entire turn.
Yep. And then you just kill them next turn. Like, oh, you have blocker retail. All right, kill my dude. Do it. Give me free resources.
Yeah, so I do think it's a good meta call if you're expecting a lot of Anubis Merva decks. That deck still is insane.
It's also
unreal.
It only loses to like hard tamer removal.
I'll say this as
or
well
itself.
For itself, yeah.
For like the age group, I assume like a lot of Digimon players are anywhere between like they're like mid-20s to like 30s.
Yeah, mid-20s to mid-30s is the age range.
Yeah,
the demo.
That was the season everyone kind of grew up on. Like, you think about how early Digimon came out. Like, we grew up on it, but like we were still kids. Like, I'm pretty sure that season was going out while we were in middle school, high school, or elementary.
Frontier.
Yeah, Frontier. Like early elementary to like middle school was Frontier, I think, for a lot of people. So Red Hybrid is like a lot
also
of like
nostalgia pick.
Like it's a nostalgia pick. Like it's a really good deck, but it's also like a lot of people love Frontier
for like 8th generation.
Yeah, Frontier is like one of the like most different seasons because the kids are just turning into the Digimon. So it's like it's got like a lot of it's got a lot of nostalgia. Like people just love that season.
Everybody loves that opening.
That opening a banger.
It's a banger. Yeah.
I've never seen a single episode of that season.
Listen, I will say,
Well, you're a fake
as
fan.
we had actually last year, we went through every season and rewatched them. It's definitely a bad season. It's not that great.
What? How dare you?
Bro, it literally... that is the team of Digimon Tamers who gets clapped the most.
Yeah, Brandon.
They taking L's.
Yes, Brandon. They're taking
L's
on.
every day.
They're literally taking on 2 Royal Knights. What do you want from them? And then not only that, once they're done clapping their cheeks, Lucymon's like, "Hey, I'm just Lucymon. What did you want them to do against him? He's literally almost God."
All right, so are we done talking about the Oceania top 16?
No.
Heavy Leomon. I have to see the Heavy Leomon deck list. I want to see what it looks like compared to mine. I've got
he wants
to
to
see.
copy you card for card so he can see success.
No, I want to see.
Do you have a
what
trash
it looks
can in
like.
your room? Just look in the
Yeah.
contents of that. That's what that list looks like.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. How many Ruin Mode turbos were on there? 0.
That's because
there was
there were too many
Burst
poppers in
mode.
Australia that couldn't afford to play the deck.
burst mode was being played.
You know, it would be funny if that player actually wasn't playing any burst modes and they just put that as the card to show shine. It's quite possible that it was just a Ruin Mode turbo deck.
That Beelstar should just be the Garu X.
Yeah.
I just want to see these deck lists. I want to see what some of these
decks might have been out.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come out, and I am curious. I don't care about the red hybrid deck list. We know what they're playing.
They're all the same.
I'm curious about basically every list besides the hybrid, Anubis, and Beelstar.
How do you spell Oceania?
How it sounds. It's Ocean and then IA.
Duh.
Ocean IA. Yeah, also this was run by TAC Games, which is like the Oceania TO. And I don't know if any of you guys have been playing for long enough to know that we used to have tournaments run by TAC.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best TO for running our events.
Not at all. I've heard some very bad things about
them. They were objectively the worst TO by a wide margin. All of their events were super janked and scuffed. Hopefully they've gotten better since then. But yeah, they historically are not good at running events in North America.
I found the top 16 deck list.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
I want to
see because my big thing with the heavy Leomon
share that. I'll actually put that on the screen. We can just go through it.
Yeah, my big thing with the heavy Leomon, I want to see if he's running the Leopardmon and the Leopardmon X package.
Now I want you to know, real quick spoiler: none of them have photos.
I don't care. I want to see the cards.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean we know the cards.
Yeah, we know what they look like. I mean, it would make it easier to skim it, but I'm fine with it.
Is it in the order they got?
Yes.
Oh,
it'll tell
let's
you
go.
what place they're in and everything.
Okay. Hell yeah! What's heavy Leomon at?
Sure, Brandon. Give me
top 8.
Hey, I gotta
give me the sauce. I want to see it.
Photos to my phone. Give me a second.
Come on, comment section and attack him. Roast him for not being faster.
I can't send the thing.
Send me the link, man.
Okay,
yeah,
but
for real.
you're not part of the Facebook group, so if you try to open it,
I am part of the Facebook group. It's just super janky when you Facebook message me the link, but I can try it.
Oh, well, it's too late. I've already basically.
It's going to be harder for me to put the images on the screen. It's going to be more work to put the images on the screen.
You're the worst.
I'm just being honest with you. Would you rather me lie? You're gonna watch me sit here for 10 minutes, getting all those images saved in my computer, and then opening them back up.
It is sent in the group chat. I hope it works.
All right. Let's see if I can do this.
Brandon, I can't think of the first line of the Frontier song, and it's bothering me.
When you look to the past, as you head to the future, as we reclaim the digital world.
Yeah. Okay.
Trust in ourselves.
Yep.
Faith in each other.
Yep.
Do I need to keep going?
Yeah. Just sing the whole
Just
time.
keep singing it.
Yeah.
Just not even singing it, just saying
I'm trying
it
to
in
get.
monotone.
I'm trying to get to the part where it's like a whole. What is it? Oh
As we
God.
work towards one
Earth one
solution,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
the
Y'all are so
spirit
wild.
Evolution.
All right, start at the
Gee,
bottom. Start at the bottom. Let's go. Let's work our way up.
I can't watch the stream.
Start at the
Hold on.
bottom?
Okay, there it goes.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, start at 16. Why would we start all the way at number 1? We got to get Leomon out of the way first.
What?
You make a good point.
All right, 16 is a red
Oh,
hybrid deck.
red
hybrid deck.
hybrid.
Okay, 2 Crimson Blaze, 2 Yukomons for some reason. Moving on? Question mark.
Okay, yeah.
No,
I mean, this just
everybody's
looks
running
standard.
the Ukamon just because I guess it adds extra aggression. Only 1 Grav Crush.
Okay,
BT14 Koro is running the Gatsu.
Yeah, you
that's
have
fine.
to.
Okay, this looks standard.
Yeah, this
Standard.
is pretty standard. Okay, moving on.
Oh, hey, it's the
Another
exact same
one.
thing.
Yep,
Oh, this
he's
is
playing two
Grab Crush. This guy's also running Trident Guy and 1 Crimson
That's
Blaze.
right, Gaia.
Trident Guy is a trap, guys. You think it's
Omni.
good, and then your opponent is attacking you for game with a rookie after they swung with their big guy, and they check the Trident Guy, and you can't blow it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah, moving on.
This works for him, I guess. Gaussmon, weird.
This is Anubis. Who
This
cares?
is one of the Anubis. Hey, look, a ruin mode's in there.
That's good for the mirror, actually. Because if you pop
RB1
off and you
Black
know that they
Goddess,
have a
that's
chance to
really
like respond to you, the one Dexmon, I feel like you should probably run too. But I'm assuming they replaced the second one with the ruin mode, which
Do you
one's
know what I'm
proactive
not
versus
seeing?
reactive. So
You know what I'm not seeing? He's got Levi. He's only playing 1 Leviah and no biting crushes. Was that just
you
Ben playing
play
that?
I swear to God, it's just Ben.
you play Leviamon off the
No
Anubis.
good, though.
Yeah, the biting
Okay.
crush is just extra.
Yeah,
Extra
Ben
illusion.
just wants to play security bomb so he doesn't get OTK'd by stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Like going into the
moving
mirror match
on.
too, biting crush is really good.
Another red hybrid player who cares.
This one's playing red memory boost. I don't agree with that. You're bot decking your team.
No, you're.
I don't agree with that either. I feel like
Like you don't play the training cards.
playing
but,
a Blitz Omni.
Yeah, the other one was playing 1 as well.
2 Crimson Blaze, no Gatsumon.
No Gatsu. Weird. I think they think Crimson Blaze is enough. I guess
Yeah,
you're gonna see Uko in probably all of the lists.
yeah, which is so odd to me.
Yeah, this one's playing a full 4.
Oh, this guy's just 4-4-4-4-4.
Yeah, he's trying to play consistent.
Yeah, I respect this
BT6
guy's deck
Flame
building, offense training, which I agree with because you could add your Tamers and your Crimson Blazes.
Yep.
This is the This is the best red hybrid deck I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Like that, I've liked.
I don't know if I agree with 4 Atomic Inferno, just because like if that clogs your hands, you're gonna feel awful.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
other
I
than-
just cut it down to 3 for
Yeah.
I say-
Crimson Blazes.
Yeah, cut it down for like maybe a Crimson or a Gravity Crush.
are they not playing a
Four
one of?
Uko. 4 Uko's a lot too.
Yeah,
No grab
they're
crush in
only
this one at
playing
all.
4 Tamas as well, unless I'm overlooking.
Mm-mm.
That's
Yeah.
just the 4 Koro.
I don't agree with that with 4 Uko, but I mean, I guess.
Right. Yeah. For 4 Uko,
Well, you also
play
have to
fifth.
realize a lot of your Flamemons are being hard played out because your Agunimon can play them for free.
I mean, that is true, but like, you run out of. I mean, I guess. I
You
think
run out
if,
of Tamas pretty quick,
I think if you're playing 4 Uko, you should play a 5th Tama. I don't think there's a reason not to, but all right.
especially
moving-
since you have Yoko sitting right there.
yeah.
Here's the Edamon
metal.
deck.
Metal Edamon.
Okay, so 4 Platinum sucks.
The big sucks.
4 Metal Edda from EX5. 1
FX,
Black Memory
he's
Boost. You
running
got a Tech
3.
Black Memory Boost in here.
Mm-hmm.
My man's is running 3 Death X and 2 Azulong Ace.
That Koromon is such a bad choice, but that's up to them.
Starter deck 15, yeah.
Does Zulongmon as well? That's crazy.
Chikurimon. Starter deck 13 Chikurimon's kind of an interesting card.
It's
Yeah.
Solarmon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is interesting.
So 4, no, that's old Chumon. I'm just seeing if they have any other restrictive rookies. Nope, it's just the 2 Chikurimons.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to Death X their opponent and keep their opponent from Death Xing them.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
smart.
Oh, here we go. 2 Chumons from BT3. So they have Memory Blocker
Oh, they
and
have some floodgate. Okay.
yeah,
More
so they have a couple
floodgate.
floodgates.
Yeah, you can play the 2 months for free off of a lot of your effects, so makes sense.
Very good.
Congratulations to Alex Chambers for coming in 11th with Metal Edamon. Who would have thought?
You want to know what happened was no one knew what his cards did.
Oh, facts, dude. They're like, what do you like? They're like round.
You're doing what?
They're like around 9. They're like at table 5, and they're like, wait, what are you playing?
What does this do?
What's
Are you
going
sure you're
on?
at the right table?
Yeah, I think you
bet
sat
you
down at the wrong
9. Are you
spot,
sure
bro.
this-
Hey, Judge, I don't think this is my opponent.
Are you sure you're not supposed to be at table 90?
Yeah.
Another thing, I bet you that a Zulongmon Ace caught some people off guard for
Oh,
sure.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
100%. Let's see. This is
This is the Leo deck.
What?
no. This is the
hell?
Fang. This is the
No,
David
this is
deck.
No, this is the Luga. I was like, what?
Dude.
Deck? What?
Jedi. Of course.
Jedi.
Because they swing, you promote your Deva that's chilling and raising, and then Ace Evo.
Ace Evo it.
Oh my god, that's genius. It's so obvious. That's the deck that you could actually play Jedi in unironically.
That's smart.
Oh my
smart.
god.
That's very
Yeah,
smart.
Don't tell anybody. Delete this part. Don't tell anybody.
They're playing 4 Mother, which I don't agree. I feel like if you just play 1, you're Gucci.
Yeah.
Because you
I
just
don't
need
think we
early
need
access
more.
to your white cost options, but you're playing white tamers, so like you just need it on turn 0, basically.
Heaven's Judgment makes so much sense. in
Yeah,
this
Heaven's
too.
Judgment's go board white most of the time.
Yeah.
Looks like 3 of each ace.
Bancho,
No, 2 by
Leomon's
Human, but 3 of
smart.
the other ones. Which
See-
Baihu's like, I would say the worst one as far as like being proactive.
The first thing my eyes locked on was the Bancho Leomon, which is why I
Yep.
said this is the Leo deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
So
Bancho
random
Leomon.
Bancho.
It makes so much sense though that if I remember its effect, like it actually would work a little bit in this deck.
Dude, the Jedi. That's the first thing I read, and I was like,
Yeah, the Jedi
what?
was the Jedi.
The
yeah.
gears are turning.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
genius. It's so obvious. Now that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a card because it sucks. Yeah. So congratulations
Works this
to
one, though.
Matthew. That's very good choice with the Jedi. I think that probably caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, they
Or it
play
just made it
and
to where they
your-
didn't
your
want to
opponent's
attack,
just
even
like,
though you didn't have it. So they clear your board, but then they still can't attack because you have a level 5 in raising.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's really
that's
good.
really good.
Yeah, I like that tech. I would have been tempted to run 4 just so I could constantly see it.
Oh my God, Heavy Leomon got top 8, boys. It still hasn't come up yet. Let's go.
All right,
This is burst
so
mode.
this is the burst mode. He is playing exactly 0 copies of Ruin mode. Mistake.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, 9th place, Ken Yam here.
I guarantee you if he was playing Ruin mode Turbo, he would have done better.
I mean,
Oh,
he's
okay.
also playing 4 of the BT12 Shine and
Yeah,
1 of the BT13.
Yeah, he's playing. This is the aggro version. This is where
Yeah,
you're
this
just trying
is
to
the-
carry your
This is the
opponent.
burst mode version.
He is
Yeah.
playing 2 Crimson Blaze, which makes sense. So he just
Probably helps.
aggroes Crimson Blazes Anubis for a turn to stun them and then kills them on the following turn.
Is he
Yep.
running the 1 of Geo? Yeah, of course he's running the 1 of Geo.
Oh yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, of
It's not
course
like you have
not to, yeah.
access to a bunch of Geos that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just playing 9 Geos? Yeah, he's just playing 9
Yeah.
Geos, 4 offensive trainings, 1 BT12 rise, which is interesting.
Yeah, this is just a very standard
4 BT13.
like burst
2
burst
rise.
mode deck. Shine, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously the Crimson Blaze is for the meta, but yeah, this is just aggro Shine Greymon.
Agreed.
Then we have this is another
Oh my
Anubis
God.
deck.
Another
It's
Anubis
in the
deck. This
top-
one's
it's-
actually
this-
playing the.
this
This one's
person-
playing the Biting Crush.
3 Leviathan, 3 Biting Crush,
Okay.
1 Death X, 3 Psych
I don't-
Bonds. 2
Was the other
Guardians.
one not playing Saber Dramon? I don't remember seeing it.
I don't remember seeing it.
I wasn't looking for it because I kind
I
of just
didn't
roll my
see it.
eyes when I see it, when I see this
Yeah.
deck. So what's interesting is the Black Gato Uber. Ben actually talked with me about teching this because it's good for the mirror because you bot deck their targets for their Anubis.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, when he was playing that first night, he was playing Raremon. He really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it stays in the main deck, but
I don't.
the promo Raremon.
He sent me his list that he is using for nationals. I didn't look at it super closely. I can see if he was playing Raremon in it or not. Yeah. So Anubis, cool. This is the Leomon deck.
This is the Leomon deck.
This is it, yeah. Okay.
7th place.
Findin.
I love it.
Merciful
okay,
mode.
So,
checks out. That's
Yeah.
good for the Anubis matchup. 2 Final Zubagon Punch. He was just OTKing people.
Yeah.
No, that's what a lot of
100%.
people have been. That's what a lot of people have been playing is that final Zubagon punch.
BT1 Mimi, so that's the green memory
Yep.
setter, right?
It's the green one,
playing,
memory setter.
He's playing the leopard, the leopard mon X
Oh, the new
antibody,
Leopard X.
and he's playing X antibody. Makes sense.
Bro,
Okay.
this had to have been a meme choice. This one flashy boss punch, just the one.
It's actually a really good card.
I don't believe you.
I read it.
I read it.
I read
You can't
it.
convince
I read
me.
that card. Yeah, I mean okay. The Heaven's Judgment. That's actually a really good call too. Okay,
It's
Merciful
good
Mode
if
is obviously
if
for
your
the-
opponent Anubises you and doesn't kill you, you can just
mhm.
have in judgment and like nuke most of their board, if not all of it.
Okay, the Terramons, that's the memory blocker. The Mimi is the good Mimi. He's not playing Taiga. That's so interesting. He just cut that. He just cut the
Yeah, 'cause
Taiga.
you
He
have
said,
all the agility training.
Yeah, I feel like that's
He's
too
like, "To hell
slow
with it."
because you have to like waste a
Mhm.
turn playing it. Like I feel like you've lost by then if you're
that's
playing against a good deck.
when I was looking up deck profiles, it's like, why is everyone playing Taiga? What am I gonna do? Play this for 3 and then like I only get reduction of 1 memory off of it? Like, no thanks. Okay, so I definitely like the Merciful Mode and the Heaven's Judgments in this. Like
Mhm.
those are both very good calls for this deck.
Yeah.
He probably caught a lot of people off guard with this deck.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is
See, the thing
this is
is,
exactly how to respond to Metal Edamon. I would be
Mhm.
like, why are
Your card
you
just
sure
won.
you're in the right place?
Yeah. It's just crazy that he's
Flash
playing.
boss punch me.
It's crazy that he's playing the Bancho Leomons over just like the regular Leopardmons. I haven't seen that. Like most of the time, if they're playing the Leopardmon X antibody, their other mega is Leopardmon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
So-
only a one of.
I
Yeah,
wonder how
it's-
many
it's a
people
really good
or how
card.
many games he won because Breath of the Gods was checked in security.
Oh, it's
Oh.
only a one of. Imagine.
So
Imagine you lose against the Leomon deck because you checked a Breath of the Gods on the turn you had to lethal them, and then they tell you it's a
God,
one of.
Dude, it's war flashbacks all over Caleb flipping that card. Dude, don't send me back.
Yeah.
Don't send me back.
Congratulations to
No,
Thinden
no,
for
no.
somehow dragging Leomon to top 8.
Yeah.
Good job.
Another red
another
hybrid.
red hybrid.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, standard list.
Yeah, pretty
Trying
cool.
to-
It's got Nemon in it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Trident
god, I was
Gaia.
playing a one of Nemon. This guy.
How many... Is he even playing Boko?
No. He's just
Bro
playing
is
the
playing
one Nemon.
Nemon. I mean, okay. Nemon's an okay card.
I mean, you have 8
He has
targets
a-
for it now. Just it's
Yeah,
the odds of it staying on the field to get its value are just kind of
a little whack.
yeah.
Especially this format.
All right, so this is the
The
Greymon
Greymon.
tribal deck, so we can take a look here.
War
How many
Greymon X antibody, I'm
BT14
out.
War Greymons are in this deck? Let me look. Exactly
on-
0 copies. That's why this guy got top 8.
I saw War Greymon X and I was out.
This just looks like a standard Greymon tribal deck. Like, there's nothing crazy that stands out here. Like, it's just a bunch of good cards.
Yeah, 1 Omni X, 1 BT11 Gray X.
2 Blitz Omni.
It's playing 3 War Greymon. What are his megas? Just War Greymon and War Greymon X? Is that it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's only playing 5 megas?
Yeah, I kind of disagree with that choice. I mean, they are running 4 of the offense training.
Yeah, 3 Crimson Blaze, which obviously that's one of the reasons why he
Yeah,
had a
gotta call.
good time.
Yeah, but think about it, this deck searches so much. You Agumon search, Agumon X antibody search. You know, it's just
it's
like
true. It's just
Tie.
I'm always kind of scared because like that's your win condition. If you don't see a mega, like, you're
Right,
not gonna be able to
right,
kill your
yeah.
opponent. Only 3 BT9 Agu X. That's interesting. 3 BT9 Gray X. Yeah, relatively standard.
Yeah.
Obviously the 3
they-
Crimson Blaze is gonna be the difference maker.
Mm-hmm.
Were you gonna say
I don't
something?
know. I
Brandon?
feel like, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like they could have picked a better level 6 instead of War Grey X.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're looking for like maximum board control if their opponent pops off with like Anubis or something.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if I'm going into this format knowing Red Hybrid might be stalking around, maybe we play Black War.
Yeah, I would consider Black War or at least some number of Hades Force, which they're playing 0 copies.
Yeah. I mean, dude, yeah. No, they're not playing any.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. Congratulations to Joanne.
Yeah, I mean we're digging on the deck, but I mean they got 5th.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they did well. Like I would make a couple different choices, but I mean, the list looks pretty solid. I don't have anything like super glaring. All right, Justin Butt. This is another red hybrid. 3 Crimson Blaze this time. This guy was not hecking around.
Double Grab Crush.
2 Gatso.
Everything else is super standard. He is playing 5 Tama.
Yeah.
Because of the Yoko and the Koro.
Smart man. That's probably why he got 4th. He didn't run out of Thomas.
He's playing 3 Ukos, so.
Yeah, pretty standard. All right, so.
Oh, hold on. What are those cards, Chris? What are those called?
So this is the Beelstar list, obviously.
This is I see a Psychmon.
Yeah.
I see Ginkomon.
Oh, okay. So we're just skipping over them conveniently.
Beelstar. I see Shine Greymon Ruin Mode. Yeah, it looks like a pretty standard Anubis mode. Or no, Beelstar. My bad.
My man is running 3 Ice Wolf Claw. I'm sorry. Like, why did they translate it like that?
What is Ice Wolf Claw?
That's Kaiser Nail.
Where do you see that at?
Starter deck 2. It's right under Fly Bullet. Down at the options. Right there.
Oh. Kaiser Nail. I guess because you ruin mode.
I'm curious about the translation.
You ruin mode. Ruin mode your Beelstar and then Kaiser Nail are back out, I guess.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
What is his blue source? Just having one of the
the Matt Ishida, is that the BT6? Is that the purple one?
That is purple.
BT6. No, that's the blue one. That's the one where you promote. That's the Bond, Matt.
Oh, the Bond.
Okay, so that's the blue source. That's even more. That's really weird that it's a one of. Dude, is he playing Bond? That'd be sick.
Is he playing Bond?
That'd be so funny. No. You just bond for friendship for game against a Beelstar player. Like, what did happen?
What the heck?
How many times do you think Kaiser Nail came out of security and he did something crazy and people were like, "Oh my god, I just lost"?
Actually, is it actually Cocytus Breath? Because it's 7 cost, and I don't see.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. That is Cocytus Breath.
Why do they?
What is started at 216? Oh, this is Cocytus Breath. Yeah.
Wow, that's Brandon's fault. He's the one who told us it was Kaiser.
Yeah, I asked because I don't know.
Player.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
started at 16 is Cocytus Breath.
So Cocytus Breath makes way more sense.
Yeah. Way less questions now.
Okay. Yeah.
I hate Brandon. Hate that guy.
Yeah, Kaiser Nail's just really random. Okay.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, congratulations to Lucas. Only Beelstar deck in the top.
Running mostly Gabumon cards. Crazy. Right?
Yeah. All right, so this is Red Hybrid that got 2nd.
He's running Trident Guy and Louis.
Oh,
bruh.
He's not messing around.
Dude, he's playing...
Oh my god. My man's is only playing 3 of the BT12 Takuya.
Yo.
You gotta make room for Louis.
Yeah, I gotta make room for Louis.
Also,
you gotta make room for the tamer you can't Evo on top of.
Yeah, also, no Bocas.
It has to make room for the Louis, bro. He's got to cut something. And the one of Red Memory Boost, the Tech Red Memory Boost.
Yeah, everybody has replaced it.
I don't understand why people are running Trident Gaia. They're just trying to sack people?
Apparently.
He high rolled all day.
After I tested this card, I decided that Gaia Force was objectively better if I were going to play Nate cost removal option. I'm not even joking. Like, I was playing Trident Gaia 2, I realized it was bad, and I put in 2 Gaia Force.
What does it do exactly?
I'm pulling it up right now.
It deletes your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, I think, and then if it's 13,000 or more, you trash a top card of the security. But it doesn't let you target.
Right, so they must have just like been hoping for like a high roll, right? They're like, hopefully I get just like an extra trash.
Because that's the dream if you're putting that in your deck, is being able to trash a security card. But the fact that you can't pick what you're blowing up.
You know what? I bet you people were using that hope, like maybe they were trying to hit, like they knew Ruin Mode was there. Maybe.
No, I think maybe. Hear me out. It could have been for It could have been for the Merva Anubis matchup, so you could snipe the Anubis with the deletion.
It's not that big.
Yeah, it's only 12.
I mean, it will delete your highest DP or one of them.
So the Anubis would be the highest DP at the time.
Yeah,
it's that
but
and Merva, I think, are tied. But yeah,
why would you play that? Right, but why would you play that over a card where you can
like Gaia Force
target it?
You can just
like Gaia Force. It has to be because they were hoping to high roll the security trash.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah, like maybe that's their answer to Death X, and they were like, I might as well get.
Hold on, how big can Emperor Greymon get?
Like 20 plus.
But he's got an Aldemon underneath, and that's not happening.
That's Aldemon.
Yeah, you're not checking the options with.
I don't know.
Emperor. Yeah,
the comment section will tell us why.
I'm surprised so many people are running Trident Gaia. It just must be a thing in Australia. Because I think Gaia Force is objectively
maybe
better.
They just don't have Gaia Forces.
No one can get a hold of Gaia Forces. They're just like, I guess I'll just play this card. Like on paper, you read Trident Gaia and you're like, this is broken. I'm going to play this over Gaia Force. And then in practice, you lose because they swing at security and you can't blow up the guy that's going to attack you for lethal.
Yeah.
All right. Man of the Hour, Joseph Reyes. Anubis, good job, I guess. You're playing a super broken deck.
No Biting Crush. No removal, like, at all.
2 Death X. 1 Leviathan. This looks pretty similar to Ben's list.
Yeah, I was about to say 4 and 4 on the delay cards.
Yeah. Let me look at Ben's list real quick.
2 Saber Dramons.
Yeah.
He sent it to me a few days ago. Let's just compare how similar this is.
I mean, that just looks like a standard Anubismon deck if I ever looked at one.
Yeah, he's playing Psychmon, Sunos.
Oh, you know what? You know what I also just remembered?
What?
Why that guy in Heavy Leomon was playing X Antibody? You can bring back Heavy Leomon twice because it has a source. You stick the X Antibody, like after it comes back with Fortitude, you stick X Antibody back under it. Now it has a source again, so it can come back again.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. So you just
it is.
That makes a lot of sense.
Back to your hand.
Okay, then it doesn't happen, Brandon. Obviously.
Shut your dirty mouth, Brandon.
God.
What if
you just have the answer?
Yeah. Why does that card do that? It just does.
It just does.
Yeah, it's a 5 to 7 card difference from Ben's list, but yeah, it's pretty standard.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess there weren't enough Crimson Blazes to stop them.
Yeah, they did not. They probably just high rolled all their opponents and just dodge all the Gatsumons and Crimson Blazes. Which that's what it takes to win a big event like that. Like you have to be good, but also have to be incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
Something funny's happening right now on my Discord. Like, Brandon's screen for me is frozen, and he's making such a funny face.
Are you sure that's not just my face?
No, like, because you're talking, but your mouth's not moving on my screen. You just look so sad and depressed.
He's training to become a ventriloquist.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I'm very sleepy right now.
One eye is open more than the other. It's awesome.
Okay, weekly card reveals. Salamon. Starting your main phase, if you have a purple Digimon or Tamer, gain 1 memory. Inherited, when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. Evo's on top of purple or yellow for 0.
Does it have to be a purple Tamer? Or just a Tamer?
Purple Tamer. Purple Digimon or Tamer. Okay. I'm assuming it means purple Tamer as well. I see why you would question that, because usually things are pretty clear with their effects, but I'm assuming that means purple Tamer as well. It'll probably be worded better once we get the actual card.
Actual translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. A decent Mostemon support that we'll be seeing more of.
Yeah, obviously interacts with Mirai.
Yeah. Okay. Neck 2000 DP is pretty okay for that deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just a good generic inheritable for yellow cards.
Yeah, just pop some small bodies on the board.
Yeah. Garumon. Eva's on top of yellow or purple for 2. On play /when Digivolve, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one card with the Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel trait and one Mirai among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inherited when attacking once per turn. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn.
So this is just a slightly worse version of the other Gatomon, the double color one, because this one also doesn't just let you Evo for cheap.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Evo reduction, and
But the search effect is a little better because you get to grab Mirai.
yeah, it does. Adding the Tamer is very helpful considering how amazing the Tamer is for the deck. It is a little more restrictive on the searching though.
Yeah.
As
Well, I
far as
think
the
Angel,
Digimon.
Archangel, and Fallen Angel also have a bunch of subcategories of what actually translates under them.
No, this is specifically these traits. This
Okay.
isn't like Angel and its traits, but this is
Straight, yeah.
this is the entire deck from level 5 up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty okay.
Yeah.
The Ophanimon Ace we've already covered. That's just another high-risk scan of it.
Yep. Caramon, Diaboromon support.
The Dia
Yay.
support.
On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add one Tamer or option card with Diaboromon in its text, and one card with the unidentified trait among them to your hand. Trash the rest. That's good. Inherited, on deletion, if this card has the unidentified trait, you may play one Dia token without paying the cost.
This card is broken. I love it.
Yeah, this card's amazing. This is Power Creeped BT5 Caramon.
The ability
Yeah.
to play a token, and with how broken we know playing a token super early in the game is going to be, this is going to be nutty.
Well, I just like that you can actually search the errata now and add it. So.
Yes.
Well, the BT5 Caramon
And
could search
Clock in.
errata as well.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, like another one. Like
Yeah, another
one
card that
on
lets you
top of
search errata. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
To where I don't think you even I feel like you could just not play any training or searching cards besides just the 2 Caramons, and then that's it.
Yeah, also lets you grab a clock at the end, which is very nice.
It does. It also lets you grab Catastrophe Cannon. So you could actually
Yeah.
you could trash the clock at the end and grab the Catastrophe Cannon, because you can tuck the clock at the end with the
From trash.
the new Dia. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Love that.
Yeah. Obviously, this searches Quartzmon as
Oh, no.
well. Altart
Say it
Quartz
ain't so.
Altart Quartzmons are $40 now, and I'm sure it's solely because of this support.
Caramon.
Kurisarimon. When this card will be played from the hand by deleting one of your Digimon with the unidentified trait, reduce the play cost by 3. On play / when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 3 or less. Inherited is the same. If it's deleted with an unidentified trait, play a token for free. You may play a token.
I don't really like its on play and reduction cost effect. It's cool, but you're having to trash a token, which of course that's what you're doing. You're trashing a token. But like hard playing him for 2, I guess, is okay to like out like a floodgate.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Like why it would
Like
be like
because if
that.
they have the floodgate that is preventing you from playing stuff with card effects, but you happen to have a token.
Well, you can just Evo into him and do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, just being able to delete the floodgates is nice.
Yeah, I think
Agreed.
this
Force play token.
This guy's 100% necessary for the deck because you just lose to the Floodgate rookies that are like, hey, you can't play Digimon by effects.
Just printing a card that outs the floodgates is good.
Yeah.
And it's also an
Exactly.
EX6 support, so we don't have to wait till BT17 for that one.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Zequaemon, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. On play, draw 1. If played from Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory.
Pretty cool.
Rule trait has aquatic type, and then inheritable is jamming.
Oh, so you can give Aegistramon jamming. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
Yeah. That deck
They're gonna
might be
keep
meta
printing that.
in 10 years. They
Yeah,
give it
they'll
enough
keep
support.
printing support for it, and it'll fly close to the sun eventually.
Yeah.
It'll get there.
Slowly.
Huwonkinmon?
Yeah, I guess.
On play, when Digivolving, you may play 1 blue level 3 Digimon card from one of your blue Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Inherited when attacking once per turn by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Unsuspend this Digimon.
Okay, cool. Good way to recycle cards back into your sources. I like that.
Yeah, so you can redo your Aegistramon effect with like level 6s and stuff.
Yeah, okay, bet. That's actually really good. I like that one a lot.
I agree. Zhang Pangmon. On play / when Digivolving, you may place up to 3 of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards and return all other level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. For each card placed in this Digimon's Digivolution cards by this effect, add 1 to the level this effect may return.
Jesus.
Your turn, once per turn, when an effect places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Aqua or Sea Animal in one of its traits from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Rule trait has aquatic type.
Yo,
That's
what the heck?
That's really good for that deck.
This card's kind of busted.
I'm sorry. Here, let me tuck 3 cards under. Oh, sorry.
I
You had
mean,
level 7s on the board? Not anymore.
Thankfully, you're tucking from your field, not your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Or your trash or any. If this was purple, you could do it from your trash, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'd be hand or trash. But that effect is kind of insane because you can just board wipe someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like you play a bunch of bodies out. Cool. Let me just Evo into him. Sorry, bro. Your board's done.
Or just hard play him.
Yeah.
Like, it would unironically be a good play if you have 3 dudes out and you just hard play this guy.
Yeah, sorry, your whole board is gone.
Yeah. Because it's bouncing all level 7s.
Yep.
At least it's to the hand. At least it's not something stupid like bot deck them all. Jesus.
I mean, I guess it could be worse. That is true, but that is a pretty insane effect. Sea of Destruction, main, by placing 1 Digimon card with Aqua or Sea Animal in one of its traits from your hand as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your blue Digimon. Return all of your opponent's Digimon with the same level as the place card to the hand.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Security, return all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to the hand.
Oh, that's kind of nutty.
The security. The security effect's okay. I like it, but like.
You can at least play around the security effect if you know it's coming.
Right. I wish it also added to hand. That'd been crazy.
Yo,
oh
chill.
My God. Imagine.
Yeah, that's kind of insane because you could just.
You could tuck the dude from earlier.
You could just promote a rookie and tuck your Aegismon sitting on the field and bounce your entire opponent's board.
You're thinking too small brain, right? Too small brain.
Oh, my bad.
You tuck the dude from earlier, whatever his name was. The big guy, level 6. Kaiser nail him out.
And I knew where you were going as soon as you said that. So you activate this, bounce a whole bunch of stuff. They do stuff again, and you just Kaiser nail them. And you're like, hey,
sorry, bro.
Do it again. So you can Kaiser nail him out, and then just tuck the guy that you just played him out from under. Just imagine you have 2 of these guys on the field, and you just constantly tucking and then Kaiser nailing them back out to each other.
Sitting there just cycling it.
God, Kaiser nail is going to be so stupid in this deck.
I love that.
Phantom Pain, main, until the end of your opponent's turn. One of the Digimon gains end of your turn. Delete this Digimon, then place this card in the battle area. End of your opponent's turn. If you have a Digimon with a Lilithmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Security, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. 4-cost option.
Yeah, I hate that first part. I hate that. It's so dumb. 4 costs, and it's just like, hey.
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
You get a turn with that.
Dead.
Yeah.
Play for 4, choke you to 1. Oh, your entire stack is dead. Sorry. I guess you're not a Greymon player with 3 layers of protection. Yep. Feels bad.
Or Machine Dramon. Yeah, this is a really good card.
Jesus.
The delay effect is interesting.
Yeah, at least you can play around that. Just don't have anything suspended. Or unsuspended, I mean.
Do I have to say it?
No, we know.
Alright.
Yeah, we know it's
purple. Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah. Bad purple.
Speaking of purple. Lady Devimon just has retaliation. On play / when Digivolving, if you have a Mirai, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. If you don't have a Mirai, you may play 1 Mirai from your trash without paying the cost. Inherited, all turns while this Digimon has the Angel or 7 Great Demon Lords trait, it gains Scapegoat.
Yep. I saw this one earlier.
Whatever.
This card's insane in the 7 Great Demon Lords deck and the Mastermon deck. Is this a super?
The only thing that...
It's an uncommon. Dude, this pre-release stamped card's going to be expensive. Oh, never mind. It's EX collection. It's just not going to be hollow. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah. feels bad. The only problem is with the 7 Great Demon Lord deck, you're probably having to hard play it from your hand, but that's not going to feel bad because you're going to get that on play, so you can use that to clear out floodgates. And if your opponent doesn't answer it, you could essentially go into your Demon Lord the next turn and give it Scapegoat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely going to be used in Mastamon, I think, more than the Demon Lord deck.
This card's insane in Mastamon.
Being able to play your Tamer for free is a 5-cost Tamer for free. That's pretty nice.
The only good thing about Scapegoat, or the only like some semi-balanced part of it, is it only protects you from deletion. It doesn't protect you from bouncing.
Battle.
It protects you from battle.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Other
by your effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But bouncing, bot decking, chaos deck, like it doesn't protect you from any of that stuff, but it's still an insane effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bandit needs to chill. Angelomon just has barrier on play / when digivolving. If you have a mirror, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -2 until the end of their turn. If you don't have a mirror, you may play one mirror from your hand without paying the cost.
Oh, so hand or trash, nice.
No, it's just hand. This is hand,
because you have the Lady Debbie.
One plays hand, one plays trash. Yeah. Inherited your turn while this Digimon has the Angel or 3 Great Angels trait. It gains Alliance.
Yep, there it is. Remember, Chris, it's not just greens.
So stupid.
It's everybody's.
Taking a keyword and just slapping it on as an inheritable like that. So stupid.
Yeah, so Mastamon now has Alliance with the thing it just played for free. Cool.
Yep. Oh, I just played this Lucemon for free. Cool.
Alliance. 25,000 DP.
2 checks.
2 checks. I have Scapegoats. I'm just going to delete my
assuming they also don't have the security check +1 in their source.
Green or black can't have anything good of their own.
That is true, besides Plant Fairy deck.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not allowed.
The new Mastamon Ace, which is absurd.
Yes, it is.
So now we know how the DNA Ace mechanic is going to work, which stupid broken.
That's crazy.
So
you don't say.
Hand counter, blast, DNA Digivolve, Angelomon, and Lady Devimon. Thankfully, it's not generic, so you can generically DNA into this with a yellow level 5 and purple level 5.
Has to be those two.
But in order to blast DNA, it has to be Angelomon and Lady Devimon exactly. One of your specified Digimon and one of the specified cards in the hand may DNA Digivolve into this card. That means if you have Angelomon on the field and Lady Dev in hand, or vice versa, if your opponent attacks during counter timing, you can blast Evo into this using the other level 5 from your hand and then blast DNA into this. And then,
unironically, you could just use Geni.
Oh my god, you could use... Dude, that actually is... I think you would play Geni in this deck.
Yeah, just hide in the raising.
Hide in the raising. Your opponent swings, and you're like, I'm about to ruin your whole career. Yeah.
Nasty man.
Dude, Geni's actually going to be meta. Oh my god.
Oh my! It already is.
Buy the pre-release copies.
Oh, that's the secret, dude.
Hold on, guys. I gotta check the price.
This is rare. I need to pull out all my my Genis for my bulk. Get ready to sell them.
Guys, it's only 45 cents. The pre-release copy. Get it.
I might pick those up. On
36 listings.
On play / when Digivolving, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel trait from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then, if DNA Digivolving, place one other Digimon to the bottom of its owner security stack and trash the top card of your opponent's security stack until there are 4 cards in their security stack. Ace Overflow -4.
So, okay. Let's go back a little bit into that text.
So stupid.
If DNA Digivolves, place one other Digimon to the bottom of its owner's security. Okay, so it could be your own Digimon.
So this is mandatory. So if they don't have anything on the field, it will be your Digimon you just played, assuming you were able to play one. Otherwise, Masty's getting tucked.
Yeah, well, it's other. It says place one other.
Oh, okay, Gucci, cool. So they thought about that. So yeah, it's either going to be.
And then you should get to trash the security.
No, you get to trash until they have 4.
Until they have 4.
So you're playing against security control or like Yellow Vaccine. They have like 8 security, and you're like, not anymore, bud.
Not anymore.
This card
So
is
stupid.
absurd. So the only thing I've noticed about this card is the fact that you can't play Chaos Mode with this card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still gonna have Alliance.
I mean, that's fine. There's enough Lady Devimons and Angelmons that are like
There's
really good now.
there's enough support for this deck to where I don't even think you'd want to play Chaos Mode anymore. Because like Chaos Mode
exactly.
was gonna pop their level 6 or their Tamer, and then the old Mastermon was gonna pop their level 5 or lower. But this guy's just like, hey, put that guy to the bottom of your security stack and trash until you have 4. Like you don't really need the extra removal, I don't think anymore.
So let's pause here for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Pause plugin P.
Bruh, if this Mossamon is this broken, our Ace Omnimon better be busted.
Ace-
It better be DNA, Blast Evo, War Greymon, Metal Greymon, or Metal Garurumon, and we better get a deck that lets us do it.
I wonder
I want a deck that DNA's War and Metal into Omni.
it would
just
have
like this.
it would have to be something like Alter S again.
Yeah, I'd give it to me.
Because there's no
I
way
want
for you to
it.
put both of those cards in the same deck currently to be able to play something like that.
They'd have to be it'd have to be like red blue, right?
Yeah. They could very well just make it like Alter S where the bottom
I mean,
end
we
is
already
all
have the
one
Matt
color.
and Ty Tamer.
Yeah.
True.
That Tamer works with that deck.
I mean, they could literally just make that deck the same exact way and just
I'll
print
make it blue and red.
print a blue and black Metal Garurumon and a red and black War Greymon. You just replace the megas with the new
Top
line.
end,
Yeah, it's literally just you replace like 12 cards. That's it.
I'd play it.
I would too.
Give us a new rookie while we're at it.
Yeah, true. This makes me kind of hopeful that the new Ragna is actually going to be better than the second Ragna.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to get to some of his support here in a second, right? Is that the next one, or
Not quite yet, but this Mastermon card is absurd.
absurd? It's busted. It's gonna have a beautiful alt art too. You know it.
I hope so, dude. Sometimes they don't give super rares alt arts, but yeah, ideally this
I
will
think
have
the only
an alt
super
art.
rare I've seen that doesn't have an alt art is Chaos.
Chaos
Chaos
X. No,
Common X.
they do it sometimes. There's a few cards that they've done that with, but yeah, it's usually pretty uncommon. No pun intended. Sukaimon, on deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Inherited, opponent's turn, once per turn when an opponent's Digimon attacks by deleting one of your other Digimon in the attack.
Okay. That seems like a bit of a steep cost, but I mean, I guess if you're about to be lethaled, you could just not be lethaled at
Yeah,
the expense of the body.
and you're playing purple, so like the odds of you having an on deletion effect are pretty high on the thing you're gonna blow up.
It does specify other Digimon, so you can't kamikaze.
Yeah, you can't blow this up. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So
At least they were smart enough to make sure they couldn't delete itself.
yeah, or your opponent's Digimon, that would have been super stupid.
Jesus. Yeah, let me delete your dude.
Yeah, hey, stop the attack.
But you just deleted him. Couldn't attack anyway.
Spadamon.
Stop it.
Evo's on top of Sakutamon or Kakenmon for 0. Hand
Kak.
main Kakenmon. By paying 1 cost and placing this card as the bottom evolution card of one of your Digimon that's level 3 or has the Legend Arms trait, draw 1. On play, by trashing 1 card with a Legend Arms trait in your hand, draw 2. Inherited when attacking once per turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less.
This deck definitely needs this. This is good draw power.
Yeah, it needs this draw power.
It seems pretty solid for the deck. Yeah, it's good if you have something in play. It's good if you don't.
Yeah. All right, bet.
Zuba Eagermon. Hand main by paying 1 cost and placing this card as the bottom resolution card of one of your Digimon that's level 4 or has a Legend Arms trait. That Digimon gets plus 4,000 DP for the turn. Your turn once per turn. When an effect places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, it gains Raid and Piercing for the turn. Inherited. This Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP on your turn. So this second line is going to trigger when you tuck it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're giving essentially Ragna access to Raid Piercing immediately.
Yeah, with a level 4 that you can just pay 1 memory to tuck.
Jeez, that's kind of sick.
The
They already
only-
have access to raid with the other promo.
I'm glad
See,
they
here's
limited. They capped this at level 4 or Legend Arms Trait, because if Red just
Yeah.
had this, it would be insane.
Here's the
For
thing: they've slowly been trying to learn or figure out how they want to do these decks, because you can see the evolution of it. Because you remember that Ragna deck; it was so convoluted, and guess what happened? We ended up with the Alter deck, and then we ended up with a Grace Nova deck. So you can see how they
They're figuring
been
it out.
slow. They're figuring it out because the Ragna deck was so convoluted, such a mess, like impossible. Like if you were missing one piece, you just couldn't play the deck. Like it was impossible to like DNA into Ragna and be able to do anything.
It was a combo
But-
deck that also functioned like Gotcha Green.
Right,
Yeah.
it was like so dumb. But like now we're starting to slowly see the way they're trying to build these decks, and hopefully they get this one right.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Ragnar whenever we get EX6. All right, and then the final, Tia Ludamon, hand main by paying 1 cost and placing this card as a bottom resolution card of one of your Digimon that's level 4 or has a Legend Arms trait. That Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Your turn, once per turn, when an effect places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, it gains blocker and reboot until the end of your opponent's turn. Inherited opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's good. Blocker reboot's always gonna be awesome.
I just realized that a blocker reboot obviously is the best 2-card combo that Black has access to, or 2 keyword combo. And Raiden Piercing is the best 2 keyword combo that Red has access to.
For red, yeah.
I wonder what greens is, because it's also purples.
It's Alliance and Digisorption are the best 2-card combo, I think. So I just realized
Digisorption.
that this will buff anything by 6,000 DP while giving it Raiden Piercing. So you could just like put this under level 5 and just.
Oh no, it's dying. Yeah, it's dead.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, even putting it
6,000
under
extra DP.
itself, assuming you have another one at
10K.
play, it's 10,000 DP with Raiden Piercing.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that I'm not seeing yet, unless we don't have the whole line yet, is there's no way to Evo up cheaper.
There isn't.
You're Evoing
This kind of functions like it's not giving me Alter S Turbo or Grace Nova vibes quite yet.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like you build your stack and as you're going, do you tuck stuff, or do you wait until after you're done building and then you start tucking stuff?
Yeah, so we still haven't seen the
When are
level
we talking
5s, so I'm curious, like, maybe we'll get a better idea of how the deck functions when we see the level 5s.
Yeah. Maybe they'll even get like a tamer or some kind of option that helps them do stuff like that. I don't know.
I feel like a tamer would make the most sense, because Alter S had a tamer and Grace Nova has 2 tamers.
Yeah, who was Ragnarlord's
Right.
tamer? Does
Right.
Ragnar have a tamer?
I don't think so.
That's a good point. I have no idea. Do not know the lore. I
Yeah, I don't know
No.
much of anything about
know he
Ragnar,
comes out and
honestly.
just bodies your opponent.
It's a Legends arm, so I don't think it has a tamer.
Yeah, weird.
All right. Final is comment questions. We have one this week. By the way, if you guys want us to answer your questions in a future podcast, just put them in the comments. All right, so if I can pull this back up. JFox50 asks, thoughts on Bandai's plan for a worldwide card game release by January 2025, unifying Japan and the West?
Okay, so before I dive into this, Sean, you said you had a roadmap.
Yes. So apparently the goal was adjusted, or maybe it just wasn't officially said the first time correctly. It's actually March or April of 2025.
Okay, not
So-
January.
Yeah, so using that information, Digipanda on YouTube, if you guys
Yep, I watch this
you guys
stuff.
sub to him, he's a cool dude. He posted a roadmap. So EX5 I've obviously already gotten. BT15 February 16th, Starter Deck 17 March 8th, BT16 May 24th, EX6 June 28th, BT17 August 9th, Starter Deck 18, 19, and EX7 September 20th, BT18 October 11th, BT19 December 20th, EX8 January 17th of 2025, BT20 February 14th of 2025, and then BT21 probably somewhere in March or April, and that'll simultaneously release in English and Japan.
So is Japan going to slow down, or
I skipped over the releases of Japan, but it doesn't really seem like it. It seems like we're just going to get sped up based on those release
instead of
times.
having 3-month formats, we might have like a month and a half as an example. That's on an actual time scale.
Some of these are about a month and a half, and then the EX sets are coming out like basically weeks after the BT sets.
Damn, that's probably going to really hurt their sales.
Not
honestly.
really. I think if anything that would boost it, because I mean people are still going to buy the cards.
Well, I was saying, like, you drop let's say enough for 2 boxes, $170, and then like 2-3 weeks later you're having to do it again.
It is possible it will hurt their sales if people just can't afford to keep up with the releases, but I think that's the only thing they have to worry about, which is possible, the economy and stuff.
I think it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to change a lot of American players' thought process, because we have always been formats behind them.
Yeah.
And there are people who just look at the Japan formats and go, okay, well, this is what we're playing.
Yep.
This is what Japan did, so this is what we have to do. What about Pokemon, guys?
This is obviously best deck in format because no one cooked in Japan.
Yeah, this was clearly the deck that got the most results, so it's all I'm going to play.
Yep. Like, I still don't know why Ruin Mode Turbo is not meta. I mean, I'm assuming it's just the paywall.
A price point.
Yeah, I assume it's just
Honestly.
the paywall. Like that's solely the reason.
Because it's like, what, a $60 normal alt? Or normal art card?
60 or 70. I can take a gander real quick, see what it's at right now. It's probably gone up because it's teched in so many topping lists right now.
I'm looking it up. It's still 60 and 70.
Yeah, regular art is regular art's 65. There's 2 listings for 65 for the regular art. After that, it's 76 and up.
Yeah.
Alt arts are there's actually a few under 75. So right now the alt art is actually probably a better buy. Because it looks
there's
like
a lot more listings too.
Yeah, there's more listings. So yeah, if you want alt art ruin modes, probably pick them up now. Because as soon as the people that have bought out the regular arts realize that, they're going to start buying the alt arts.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good deck, though. I played a match versus Caleb's David deck before locals last night and recorded it, and I was playing Ruin Mode Turbo. You guys can probably guess how that went.
Oh, boring gameplay. Ugh.
Yeah, well, it'll be boringly posted to my YouTube channel in the upcoming week.
Yeah, it's not the only thing.
Yeah, maybe when I watch Chris's matches back, I'll be like, yeah, he's right. I shouldn't post these. But
I don't think you should.
I haven't watched.
You literally can't post the Will one. That match is absolutely.
You guys are just triggering Analog Youth with the Deva with no sources. Oh man, you know what I'll probably do is I'll probably just have like a misplay counter and like the corner.
Oh my god.
Misplay or illegal move.
I will spam report that video.
That's fine. YouTube will just review it and be like, I mean,
I am the person in this clip. I did not give my consent to be here.
And I should start getting people to sign stuff so you can't like takesy backsies.
Illegal takesy backsies.
Yeah, can you just sign this release form, please? It's like, what are you doing? It's just locals. Like, you don't understand,
That's what I said to Will when he sat down. I said, all right, sign this NDA. You're going on to our Only Digimon's page.
Only Digimon.
He was like, what?
What?
Huh?
Yeah, so I'm excited because I've been wanting to catch up to Japan the whole time. Like, we got so close. I can't remember what format it was, but we were like literally one set behind them at one point.
Yeah, we could definitely then eliminate the dual ban list thing too.
Yeah, like we would have the same ban list. The only thing.
Do they move to a best of 3 or do we move to a best of 1?
I don't think they're going to worry about changing that. We're obviously not moving to best of 1. I'll literally quit playing the game competitively. I'm not kidding. I think best of 1 is stupid.
It'd be pretty toxic.
Yeah. what was I going to say?
That's another reason I don't put too much stock in Japan results.
One of the things I do have a concern about is obviously Japan players have dealt with super duper toxic formats that we have not had to deal with because they have realized that obviously that's super toxic.
Is broken.
Yeah, like the Susan Digimon, Mega Digimon Fusion combo with quadruple ice wall. We didn't have to play that format for a moment because they hit those cards before we got BT7.
Yeah, we in English have been blessed to have almost never had a tier 0 deck.
Yeah.
Foresight.
Like
there has been a few times when... To what?
Go ahead. I was just going to list all the decks they've hit preemptively for us.
Yeah. There's been a few times when we have had decks that have been very close to tier 0.
I'd say
or have been tier 0 for like... Yeah. Or have had tier 0 decks for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before they got hit. Looking at like Alphamon.
Yeah. We had that deck for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, but usually we have been able to avoid the absolute toxicity that is yellow hybrid with Susano Mega Digimon Fusion.
And blue hybrid with quadruple ice wall.
Yes.
Yep. Sarismon with 4 hidden potential discovered and 4 Argramon.
Jesus.
That was hit before we had to deal with that in English.
Yes.
It was like 3 years ago.
They were playing
Get over
in
it.
BT7.
Yeah.
Probably they're playing in 1.5.
Yeah, they were playing. I think that stuff got hit like when they got like BT4, BT5, but we got it. It was hit immediately upon English release.
Immediately.
Ridiculous.
Apoclymon, obviously, we don't have to deal with that form. We have to deal with it for like 2 weeks. People get to touch themselves with Apoclymon for a couple of weeks, and then it goes to 1. I'm trying to think of
have full power Garu.
Any other super toxic formats that Japan's had to like power through that we haven't had to deal with.
I mean, Savior at 4, I don't think was...
Yeah, Savior and Eismon at 4 with Chimeramon was probably kind of bad, but I can't imagine it was even close to like the other, like Apoclymon and Ice Wall and Mega Fusion into Susan and stuff like that. It's probably just kind of sacky.
Trying to think of other cards that are currently sitting on the list.
That's true. That's a good... let me just pull
that Jet Sylphimon. Oh, that definitely needs to still be there at 1, right?
Obviously.
I mean, the Gauga hit. We never had Gauga at full power because we never had the training cards.
That is true. Yeah, they hit Mirage before it was ever full power for us. Although, I think that deck is very good. I don't think it would have been unhealthy. Like, I think it was surprising that they did that. Restricted.
Sunrise Buster at 4.
Crossheart. Crossheart. That wasn't a tier 0 format because it was literally yellow hybrid versus Crossheart. Like, that was the format.
And they hit both decks, and Melga was like, bet.
Yep. As soon as security control wasn't able to really play very well, Melga just popped out and was like, yo, I'll be tier 0.
I'm still here.
The Zubamon Sayo and Co. Infinite combo, we never had access to that. Although they had access to it for
2 weeks, if that.
They had access to it for a few months.
Yeah, but nobody ever discovered it. Nobody did it.
Probably because the Apoclymon deck was just better and more consistent, would be my guess.
Yeah, like, what are you going to do? Out my Apoclymon?
Yeah. We're only going to have to deal with the Anubismon for about a month, and then it's going to 1.
Then it's going to 1.
Yay!
Just scrolling through here.
The entire Garu engine is going to 1 eventually.
Good.
Bukamon. The poor Bukamon.
Poor Bukamon. It always had the honor, though, of being the first.
Oh, I am actually sad about this one. We never had BT12 or Greymon at full power because Greymon X got hit on BT12
Greymon X, yeah.
True.
That would have been one that I would have liked to have played with. Come on, Bandai. Give it back.
Come on.
Give it back.
Give me back my Gabus while you're at it.
Yeah, security control with 4 reinforcing, which we actually had that for a while before it got hit. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So that is going to probably happen to us at some point where we're going to have an unhealthy format, which people are just going to have to power through.
Yeah.
They're just gonna
I
have to
think
be
it's
They'll
more,
learn to deal with it.
they're just gonna have to be more proactive with like ban lists. Like they'll have to
Yeah.
just emergency ban stuff whenever it gets like when they realize there's a super toxic interaction.
Like with the infinite loop,
Yes.
the Zuba and the Tamer.
Yeah. Like stuff like that. As soon as they realize something like that is out, they need to be like, okay, we're releasing something.
All right, bye. Can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, our bad. Our R&D team doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
What R&D team?
Sorry, we are doing an official takesy backsies.
Yeah. That some people said like I'm not sure if Bandai does it, but some card companies over in Japan will just have like a group of players that do their testing for them.
Well, those players are clearly all purple players.
Purple players,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is super
Every
fair.
single one of them.
Teehee.
Oh, the Demon Lord deck? Yeah, make it Royal Knights, but put it in purple and give us access to removal, protection. Make sure like we just have everything as broken as possible.
Yeah. Everything you did
And-
wrong with Royal Knights, just fix that for 7 Great Demon Lords.
Yeah, and instead of like having to swing with each like Demon Lord, how about we just trash all their security all at once?
How about you just blow everything up on their board and then just kill them?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I have
So
no complaints.
his effect is when digivolving / when attacking, correct?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you played you. Oh no, it's not on play as well. Okay, so I was gonna say you played on your opponent's turn, but yeah, you'd still only get access to one effect.
Still nutty.
Oh yeah, it's still a
Why you
stupid
slice it.
card. It's crazy.
Very nutty.
But yeah, that's the one thing that I think is gonna be a downside eventually. Is we're just gonna end up having to sit through a toxic format.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm super excited because like, like the security rookie promos that literally took us 2 years to get.
Yep.
Like Japan had them
Right.
in BT9 and we didn't get them. I forget even what set we eventually got them with, but
I think it was like 12 or 13.
I
It
think
was late.
yeah, I think it might have been BT12, which sounds like it's close, but it wasn't.
Yeah, especially when you count the EX sets that are also in there.
And
I
some
think
of
we
those
also went
formats,
through EX3, 4 in
Yeah.
there as well.
some of those formats were pretty long too.
Crazy. It basically just ruined certain strats because certain strats like really loved those cards in the deck, and it was just like, okay, feels bad.
Yeah, I was trying to play yellow decks with the Harrismon. I just literally couldn't.
Yeah, no Harrismon for you.
Yeah, stupid.
But hey, we got those Digimon Survive promos pretty early, right? Yeah,
We're still missing half of them.
exactly. That was the
Let me
joke.
bring those up. Yeah, we're still missing the other 3. I forgot about that.
God, good lord.
I do not forget.
Bandai does, dude. It's like they just forget. They're just like they still don't have these promos. We'll get around to it, and they just forget.
They have a whiteboard, it's just sitting over there in the corner of the room.
Someone
Cards
brushed
were
up
yet to
against
be
it and
printed.
erased it by accident.
Oh, yeah.
All right, brilliant. I'm going to bed.
All right. Have fun editing all your videos, Sean.
And what if I told you guys I wasn't recording the audio this whole time?
Oh my
Oh, dude,
god,
I
that would be
literally murder
tragic.
you.
I'm just kidding. I would want to kill myself.
Tragic.
No, I'd murder
Tragic.
you. I would find where you'd live just to take you out.
You wouldn't. I'd beat you to it, dude.
All right, later.
Bye.